Alrighty, hello everybody. My name is Demonic Angel Lily. Apologies for the few-minute delay. I did have to get myself some food. But welcome back to Alaris. I am really excited to get started today because we left yesterday off with quite some interesting revelations about our man Fenir. So start off simple enough, having a cutesy little pillow fort date, watching a movie, getting some well-needed rest. I'd fucking kill for that. Oh my god. And then upon our walk home, we got attacked yet again by Kuna, at which point we got to find out a little bit more about Fenir's past. And as it turns out, our poor boy is absolutely traumatized to fuck. Essentially, Fenir's power is essentially like a poison cloud that he is incredibly afraid of using because he doesn't want to hurt anybody. And feels like he has little to no control over it. So he lost control. We had to bring him back. Found out that he was bullied incredibly for this power. To the point that one thing led to another. Those little shits may or may not have got what was coming to them. I do not condone violence, but in this instance, fuck them. Poor boy was being beat to a bloody pulp. Why the fuck would you do that? That incident left him pretty damn scarred. That's the reason he doesn't use his powers. But on the bright side, we got 3 pretty awesome CGs out of that scene. One here of Fenir with his glasses trying to research how to help our nightmares. This one here of him being all shy before our date, not wanting Kane to take a photo of him. And then, the trauma shot, which I'm not exactly gonna complain about. But yeah, that is where we left off, and I'm just gonna hop right on into it because oh my god, I need to comfort him more. We apparently spent the night at Central, but we are awakening within our room. Let's go ahead and load this up. We're on like his 4th chapter, I believe now. I am eating during this, so apologies. Gotta get food in while I can. I watched the rising sun slowly illuminate my room. Another sleepless night. I developed insomnia since the incident with Kuna. Ah, shit. Well, okay, we're fucked. Between the paranoia about getting another attack, and the relentless barrage of nightmares, I'd barely gotten any sleep in the following days. Now, just keeping my eyes open was draining, and my mind was a mess. Hopelessness, exhaustion, frustration, anxiety, every negative emotion I could imagine plagued me. What do I do? I'm communicator buzzed. Oh shit, okay, pulling this out, like, right away. Got it, hold up. Whee! I groaned, not wanting to be called into the real world. What is it now? Central Gang. Oh my god, we got a group chat now. Holy shit, okay. Oh my god. Druk just got home. Sorry again for everything last night, guys. No one here should apologize. We're doing our best to handle a difficult situation. Kane, Etza's right. Now we know more for next time. Kuna won't stand a chance. Thanks again for everyone's help last night. I really appreciate you guys. No worries, get some sleep. Just got home. Fenir, how you doing? I'm okay, I'm home now too. Nice, I'm gonna knock out now. See everyone tomorrow. See you all tomorrow. Oh, this is adorable. Etza, are you home yet? Etza! Etza! A wyvern needed something from me. Once I finish, I'll head home. Head home now. They can handle it without you. If you don't head home now, I'm gonna come and fetch you from Central myself, Etza. I'm heading home now, everyone. Thank you for your concern. Oh my, wait, everybody's messaging. Okay, we got Kane. How are you, or no, we're on Etza. How are you feeling today? Better, thanks. Your healing last night helped a ton. That's good to hear. Don't worry about our meetings for the next couple of days. Rest is the most helpful thing you can do for the crisis. We're saving Fenir for last. Druk. Don't forget to let me know when you leave today. Nope, that's from the date. Wait. I don't think I saw this one. Don't stay up late texting Fenir. I haven't been... Oh, wait, no, yes, I did. Hey, Lily, heard you weren't coming in today. It's my day off today, too, so I'm free. Let me know if you need me to walk you anywhere. Actually, I meant... Oh, wait, no, this is from the date. Got home safe and sound. Thanks for walking home with me again. All in day's work, citizen. Hey, how's Fenir been? Still beating himself up over the other night. Better, though, I think. You'll have to come by and cheer him up then, ayo. Fenir. That's from the other night. Are you still at Etsa's? Didn't stay up too late with that research, that drink. God, it just went like all the way back up to the top. Okay, so... Okay, he's just being like, sleep. What is sleep? I know not what this thing called sleep is. So tired. Huh? That communicator displayed it in a coming call for Fenir. Fuck yes! Gimme.
Hello?
Hi, Fenir Pookie. You doing okay, hon? Fenir? Did you need something?
No. I thought you might have an easier time if we weren't typing.
Oh, fair enough.
At least then you can rest your eyes while we talk.
Oh, Thanks. I settled back into bed, closing my eyes as Fenir suggested. But I couldn't relax. Who knew sunlight could be so bright? This is a me thing. I cannot sleep when it's light out. Where's my pillow? Much better. So, what do you want to talk about? Wait, nope, hold up, I got this. Pillow! Wait. I just knocked something over. The fuck did I knock over? Sock. I'm confused. I heard noise. I don't see anything else that's fallen, though. Weird. So what do you want to talk about?
Why do you sound like that?
Sound like what?
Like you're being suffocated by a coat?
No, I'm being suffocated by a pillow. Oh! I pulled the pillow up to uncover my mouth, shielding just my eyes. Is this better?
Yes. What did you do?
I stopped suffocating myself with a pillow.
I see.
Totally normal, well-adjusted individual things. Yeah.
Anyway, you're still struggling with sleeping?
Yeah.
Because of the nightmares?
I hesitated. Oh, those were part- Oh, the music is picking up! Romantic moment! While those were partially responsible, the recent incident with Kuna was also to blame. I've also been scared with everything that happened when we were walking home.
That's true. I still think about that night, too.
Fenir's tone. I'm sure it hasn't been easy for him to move on from it either.
With the nightmares, I was thinking maybe we could try some other Fey methods to get rid of them. If they're this bad, I can't imagine it's anything but a curse at this point.
That's fair. Also, I'm turning the music down. I need to hear his voice. As Fenir continued on, I couldn't help but think about how soothing his quiet, cool tone was. Yeah. Well, at this point, I'm willing to try anything.
Maybe I can come over and we can test out a few methods that we didn't get to try before.
Wait, is he gonna stay with me while I fall asleep? Please? Yes. Oh my god. Okay. If you think that'll help, I trust you.
Alright, I can head over soon then. And-
Yes! Fenir paused. I wanted to question him more, but I couldn't summon the energy as sleep began to take a stronger hold on me. And what?
I can't help as much with the Kuna stuff, but if you need someone to listen, I'm here.
My fatigue grew stronger, and I mumbled my response, unsure if Fenir was even able to understand me. Oh. Thank you, Fenir.
Yeah,
I think.
I think.
Oh. So, I'll head over now, or? Fenir said something else, but I was only able to make out the click of the call ending. Sleep overcame me soon after. Oh, Pookie! And all you need is your man's voice. Fenir from his point of view! Oh my god, yes. Hello. Lily sounded tired. Should I still head over? They said it was okay, but if they were sleeping, I didn't want to disturb her. Maybe I'll just head over and knock. If she doesn't answer, then I'll leave her be. Oh, he's gonna meet my mom instead, isn't he? As I gathered the materials that might help Lily, my hand hovered over the letter opener in my desk drawer. They had a pretty strong reaction to this in the library. And if that happened to be related to a faker's... Out of curiosity, it's not made of silver, is it? Just, like, putting it out there. Would this have the same effect on someone like Kuna? Okay, so if it's trauma-related, I think we might not be on the same wavelength here, hon. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go back in. As I thought about Kuna, the recent attack flashed through my mind, and I grimaced. Do I really deserve to see Lily right now? Oh, he thinks my presence is something he has to earn. That's how you know you're down bad, when you gotta question that shit. But nah, come on over here.
Are you sure you don't want to talk about the other night?
What is there to talk about, Etsa? You heard the debrief from everyone else. I'm not asking for a debrief. I'm checking on a friend.
It's hard to face everyone.
Druk, Kane, Lily. How can I look any of them in the eye after I hurt them?
They're your friends, just as I am. They would never hold this against you.
Maybe they should. Okay, nope, we're gonna stop with the self-sacrificing, well, not self-sacrificing, the self-beating up shit. No. No! You're not allowed to do that. Maybe this grace that they're extending to me is undeserved.
There's a line, Etsa, and I crossed it.
You didn't. You speak as if you had ill intentions, but all you wanted was to protect everyone, right? I
hate that I'm like this.
Oh,
Why was I born this way?
oh, honey! How did Lily react after everything happened? Did they judge you or show any sign of disdain? Of course not. They would never be that heartless. Does that mean anything to you?
We would never judge you for your actions. Why must you be so harsh on yourself?
Fucking spit facts, Etsa! Oh my god. Because if I'm not, my power...
There are kinder ways to control your powers, Fenir.
And when it comes to Lily, I think she needs your presence more than your absence. Fucking facts. My wing person right here. Thank you. You should be with them. I should check on them at least. If they decide they don't want to see me, then I'll leave. That's, like, never gonna even be an option. I always want to see you. I glanced at the letter opener one last time. Maybe I'll bring this too, just in case. I gathered the rest of the items and headed out. Alright, I'll turn the audio back on. I stared at the series of texts I'd sent to Lily with no response. Looks like Lily fell asleep after all. I smiled at the thought of them getting some rest. They deserved it. I should head home then. Should I message them that I'm heading back? Maybe not. I don't want to risk waking her up. I turned to leave, but the sound of the door opening interrupted me. Huh? Fenir? Hello. Are you here to see Lily? Oh, well, yes, I was, but they don't seem to be answering their communicator. I know she's been having trouble sleeping lately, so I didn't want to disturb her. I see. I was just heading out, but you're welcome to come in. Come in while Lily is sleeping? Isn't that little... There's no need to panic. Lily was right. Your reactions are very cute. Oh. That aside, mother for the fucking win. I'm telling you, she is mom of the fucking year. To be honest, Lily's nightmares have been getting worse. Some nights I have to comfort them, tell them that it wasn't real. They're that bad. I know Lily said the nightmares leave her awake, but they didn't mention needing any consoling. No bravery. You know how Lily can be. Always putting on a brave face. I'm worried they'll wake up when I'm not here, and she won't have anyone to comfort her. I won't force you if you're uncomfortable, but I would appreciate it if you stayed. I'm sure they would too. I tried to ignore the heat rising to my face at the last sentence. I most certainly would. If it'll help. Thank you, Fenir. Lily's mother ushered me inside before turning back to the door. I'll be off then. Help yourself to anything in the kitchen. Lily's room is right over there. With that, she shut the door and left me alone in the house. Mother of the goddamn century! Jesus. My heart started to beat faster, my palms began... Fucking asshole upstairs neighbors, I swear. My palms began to sweat. What are you getting all worked up for? It's not like you've never been alone with Lily. But maybe I'll... and get a drink first or something. Yeah, that's a good idea. I headed to the kitchen and looked for a cup and some water. I know her mom said to help myself, but it still feels weird searching through her cabinets. I feel that. Don't ever tell me to make myself at home, because I will be the most stiff motherfucker you ever saw. Oh, here's the cups. Inside the cupboard, an array of hefty mugs, delicate teacups, and more stared back at me. A plain white one sat near the front. Maybe this one? Oh. But when I pulled it out, its other side revealed a picture of a chiseled blonde man in a skin-tight blue suit. What the fuck? Underneath this picture was a quote, "Heroes don't hesitate." My favorite superhero's motto, Warden. I could dream about his rippling pectorals, his glistening blonde hair, and his dazzling smile all day. Drinking from my handmade Warden mug is the only way I can start my day. Fucking real! It's interesting. Is this Lily's? Dude. Yes, absolutely. I fuck with that so much. Maybe not this one. This is Lily's. It looks valuable. Well, my mom just fair game, huh? I set down the cup and opted for a plainer navy blue mug. After filling the cup, I took a sip and sat at the dining table. This is so awkward. No one's home except for Lily, who's passed out. A quiet whimper came from their room. Oh, we're getting comfort scenes! Lily? They didn't answer. Are they okay? I made my way to Lily's room, each step making my nerves worse and worse. When I finally made it to the front of their door, I took a deep breath and knocked. No response. Was she still asleep? But it feels weird to walk in without hearing their voice. Lily? Nothing. I'm coming in. I opened the door to their room and saw her resting on their bed, their hands still curled around their phone. Oh. Intelligence? I'm almost surprised it's not a book wrapped in their arms with all the research they've been doing. The sight of her asleep in the library all those days ago popped into my mind, and I almost laughed. They looked peaceful as the sunlight washed over their features, and their chests slowly rose and fell. I promise I'm almost done with my food. Okay. I realized that I felt calmer in their presence, even when they were asleep. Strangely enough, it also made me think back to the incident with Kuna. Even when I was lost in my own chaos. Seriously, what the fuck did they do? Just move shit around 24/7? Fucking assholes. Even when I was lost in my own chaos, I was brought back, grounded, by Lily. I hadn't realized how much they'd come to mean to me until that moment. And now it was dawning on me that I'd done nothing but come into Lily's room to stare at them.
What am I doing?
I'm okay with this. I glanced around the room to distract myself, and my eyes rested on some of the books Lily had slowly accumulated from the library. Y'all can hear that, can't you? Like, seriously, it's like that every single fucking night. It's as if they have their apartment all set up the way they wanted it, then they wake up the next day and they're like, nah, let's move everything from one side of the room to the other. God forbid you stick with a fucking layout. Quietly, I stepped towards their desk. I may as well continue doing some research while she sleeps. Oh, back to my point of view. Someone was screaming. It was nothing like the blood-curdling cries that usually haunted my nightmares. This sound was different. The sound was heart-wrenching. Oh, hello, Mommy? Hello. Oh, I can barely make out their features. Well, oh, you're fucking gorgeous. Oh. A dark shadow hunched over me as raindrops streaked down my cheeks. Actually, this might be our actual mother, so maybe I shouldn't. No, it wasn't rain. Absent was the sound of rain falling against the foliage around us. These were the shadow's tears. Oh, I'm calling it. We're like a child of a shadow and a light fae. The shadow continued to wail. Their cries pierced through me. The pain and devastation of their voice seized my heart. So many of my nightmares had been consumed by senseless violence. Now, even though the death and destruction had stopped, even though it was just me and the shadowy figure, this felt even more heartbreaking. Oh? I forced myself to look away, noticing a crystal clear lake beside us. Those are pretty. And I reached out to touch it. The shadow suddenly grabbed my arm and carried me away. What? It broke into a run, holding me tight against its body. The strong, soothing glow of the waters disappeared on the horizon, out of reach. Wait, where are we going? I want to stay there, near that spring that felt so familiar, so safe. Our surroundings were shadowed and blurred. Just where were we going? It was strange. The shadowy figure looked no different from the others that had haunted my dreams. But they didn't feel like a threat. They felt dear to me. They continued to scream, and their tears were endless. Their pain only intensified with each passing moment. I wanted to help them, but I didn't know how. Why are you crying? Why are you in so much pain? The shadows stopped as if caught in a snare. The grip loosened and I was sent flying from their arms. I hit the ground with a thud, and the shadows screamed even harder. Their voice broke in their torment. Lily! Everything slowed to a crawl as I struggled to right myself. When I finally managed to look around for the shadow, it was gone. That was totally our mother. Nothing was there save for a grand, twisting tree glowing with white flowers. Another pained, relentless scream rang out, and I realized to my horror, it was coming from me. My throat was hoarse. My chest heaved. Fenir! I think I just watched my mom die. What? I slowly recognized my bedroom as I came to. It was another dream? Heartbreak, devastation, fear. So heavy it made me sick, tore through me. Lily? I hadn't moved from my bed, still frozen in disbelief as I replayed the events of the nightmare in my mind. My room looked the same as it always did. No sign of the anguish I just felt in my dream. A long, slow breath escaped me as I tried to ground myself. The corners of my eyes were moist when I blinked. Instinctively, I brought my hand up to brush against it. Tears. My hand trembled as I stared at the sheen of water coating my fingertips. And the last dam holding back my emotions crumbled. A sob escaped me, then two, then more. Small at first before growing in volume and frequency. Oh. Lily! Fenir rushed over to me. I'm glad how we aren't even questioning it either. Brows furrowed in concern. His hands awkwardly hovered in the air, unsure what to do. But I could only cry. Sobs racked my body, just like the shadow in my dreams. I didn't know where it was coming from. Exhaustion from all the sleepless nights? Fear and anxiety because of Kuna? Remnants from the dream itself? What do you...
Well, what can
Though he still seemed uncertain, Fenir opted to cradle my hands in his. I shifted into his touch, pressing my face against our hands. Tears flowed endlessly from my eyes, soaking our hands in my bed sheets. Lily. He gently squeezed my hands. The corners of his lips drew down. He studied me for a moment before brushing his fingers across my lashes, wiping away some of the tears.
I'm here. Cry as much as you need.
Why can't I have this? Motherfucker. We stayed that way until eventually, my sobs and tears subsided. I'd worked down to a congested sniffle, but my temples still throbbed and my eyes felt puffy.
Are you feeling better?
Depends on your definition of better. A little bit.
What happened? You don't have to say. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at this.
No, you're doing fine, Pookie. No, it's okay, Fenir. I don't really know what happened, to be honest. When I woke up, I just started crying. I think I'm just tired and exhausted from everything.
You haven't had a good night's rest in a while. You need sleep.
I know, I could already feel all those heavy emotions threatening to course through me again. I'm scared. What if I go to bed and I get another nightmare?
Is that what happened just now? You don't have to talk about it.
He murmured reassuringly, lightly rubbing the back of my hand with his thumb. His touch was comforting, and I relaxed slightly. This one was different again. I thought I had cried it all out, but even now I felt tight and on edge as I remembered the dream, as if my body didn't want me to forget. Yeah, we're definitely seeing our past. As if something deep inside me was tearing through, lashing out, crying to break free. It felt so real.
Don't they always feel real?
No, it's more like they're all visceral, I guess. I'd wake up with these intense emotions, but the dream itself doesn't usually make any sense to me. But this one, somehow it felt like I understood. There was this scream that I'll never forget. It still rang in my ear. The shadow's agony ripped through me. I felt panicked, pained, lost. My voice dropped to a whisper as I described the nightmare. It was like I wasn't in control. When I woke up, I felt like I'd lost a part of myself. I know it sounds dramatic, but I don't know. Maybe everything's just getting to me. I sniffled again and stared at my bed sheets. My mind was too dizzy to dwell on this. Fenir shifted, letting go of my hands. Oh no, come back! The air around them felt empty and cold without him. And without thinking, I latched onto his right hand, stopping him before he stood. Where are you going? I hated how needy it made me seem, and I didn't want to admit it, but I didn't want to be alone. Go. Fenir kneeled next to my bedside, and his crystal blue eyes lingered on me.
You cried a lot. You're probably dehydrated. I was just gonna get you some water and tissues.
I don't want water or tissues. I just want you! You tell him!
Don't say things like that.
Oh, I'ma fucking say it!
I won't be gone long. I'll be right back.
Oh, cuddle me, you bitch. Down here, please. He sighed, clearly conflicted.
Then come with me. You need to drink some water.
Oh, do I do it? Oh, that is the question. Do I fucking do it? I'm doing it, y'all. I'm doing it. You're seeing it here. Live. It's happening. Carry me.
Carry you? Okay.
He rose and reached for me before abruptly pausing. Evidently changing his mind, he turned his back to me, crouched down, and waited. Nope, you're fucking carrying me like a goddamn princess. Oh, I wanted the other way.
you being picky?
Yes! Yes.
Then I won't carry you.
No! You would do that to me! We both know you wouldn't.
Fine.
He turned to me and, with outstretched arms, scooped me into his embrace. Yes! I am a master manipulator of this story. Oh, wait. No, saying it like that, I sound like an asshole. Hello!
How are you being so stubborn right now?
I'm just a girl who knows what she wants, Fenir. I leaned against him, against the soft texture of his shirt and warmth of his chest. Fuck yes.
This is so embarrassing.
Nope, this is fucking incredible. I love it. Why?
You just be quiet and keep your eyes closed.
No, I wouldn't watch you. His smile took at my lips, but I fought the urge to laugh and obeyed his wish. He can act as grumpy as he wants, but he's still carrying me just how I asked. Sit here. He helped me get seated in one of the living room chairs. After making sure I was okay, he took the smallest step away. Not a big one. I'm gonna point out it says the smallest.
I'll only be gone a moment. I'll be right there, okay?
Fenir pointed towards the kitchen, which was clearly in sight from where I sat. For him to reassure me this much after I'd been so needy, it was a bit embarrassing. And yet, for all my embarrassment, I welcomed the way his kindness melted some of my tension away. I nodded, signaling to him I would be fine, as he entered the kitchen. There were rummaging noises as he pulled out a couple of mugs. Huh. He sure knows his way around. Suspicious. When Fenir found what he was looking for, I heard the bubbling of hot water being boiled, and then a gentle trickling noise. Oh, he's drinking his tea. After a few moments, he reappeared, carrying 2 steaming mugs. Placing one on the table and handing the other to me, Fenir murmured, "Here." As I took the cup, he disappeared into the kitchen once more before returning with a napkin. When he drew closer, I noticed the napkin was filled to the brim with a small pile of cookies. Oh, you'll do very nicely. Can I find a real-life Fenir, please? Where do I find one? You should eat too. Your face looks paler than usual. Your blood sugar might be low. Wow. Didn't know we had a rival healer stationed at the library. My joke seemed to help Fenir relax. The smallest smile graced his lips. I wouldn't say that. But I've gleaned some basics in my time as the Hydra, at least. And I... You... Nothing. He took a seat next to me to get a sip from his own teacup. Has he been learning so he knows more about me?
I'm glad you're doing better.
I'm home. Mom's voice rang out from the entrance, pulling my attention away from Fenir. Oh, Fenir, you're still here. Hello. Mom's brows furrowed as soon as she saw me. Another nightmare? Yeah, this one felt especially bad. I think I'm just tired. When I woke up, I had a bit of a breakdown. Oh, honey. Are you okay now? Yeah, Fenrir helped calm me down. I hesitated. And now that I'd fully recovered, I felt like I could talk about it in more detail. I recapped the nightmare to Mom. The heartbroken shadow, the glowing spring, the panicked running. But I lost sight of the shadow, and when I looked around, all I saw was this tree with glowing white flowers. Watch this be the spring that Etza had been investigating. But it was beautiful, but for some reason I felt distressed, like I was grieving. Then I woke up. I don't know. Saying it out loud, it doesn't sound like anything happened. But when I woke up, I felt so devastated. Wait, a tree with white glowing flowers? Yeah, that's the last thing I remember. That... do you remember anything else? Like, other things around the tree? Other things... Oh, I bet we were found there, too. There was this purple smoke and these glowing blue lights. Lily. Mom looked uneasy. She shifted her weight as she mused to herself. That sounds like the area where I first found you. When I adopted you, I fucking called it! What? What do you mean? Well, I remember seeing this huge, branching tree. It was so grand. I'd never seen anything like it. Winding branches, long, twisting vines, and of course these beautiful, luminescent white flowers. I'll never forget what they looked like. And then as I looked down towards the trunk, there you were, just lying between its roots. A chill ran through me. Normally, seeing the same tree could be brushed off as coincidence. No, we've been reliving our past. The white flowers in my dream had captured my attention, just like it captured Mom so long ago. I've never seen anything like them in real life. And now Mom's saying she found me underneath the same type of flowers? There it was. That familiar, unwanted sting that always accompanied talk of my biological parents. If this recent nightmare had to do with my parents... maybe your dream just now was your own memory? I gnawed at my lip in unease as Fenir gave voice to my own internal thought process. That might explain why you feel a sense of understanding, if it was something that happened to you. But why would a memory like that surface now of all times? Why not before? Why would I be experiencing a memory after suffering from nightmare after nightmare? Could they have all been your memories? All of them? You said these nightmares usually felt violent and chaotic. They're repressed memories. Yes. Which makes it possible for them to have all been memories, right? I mean, those kind of experience... which makes it impossible for them to have all been memories, right? I mean, those kinds of experiences were left behind in the Great War. What if your memories are from the Great War? Okay, either time travel or we're just old as fuck. Huh?
Don't look at me like that.
Sorry, but... I mean, Fenir... the Great War was thousands of years ago.
I know it was.
Then how could that be possible? Humans don't live that long. Humans don't, but... I know this is gonna sound crazy, but it's possible that Fae do. Fae? You're telling me you think I'm Fae? How is that possible? I'm human. I can use energy. I can see it. But we also have nobody else who can see energy who can validate the fact that I also have energy. You could be part Fae. Or I read something about changelings. Humans that are switched with Fae and taken to their realm. That... no, even if that's true, that's impossible. Me? Related to Fae? Through the midst of my freakout, I noticed some embarrassment on Fenir's face after telling us about his theory. Oh wait, no honey, I didn't mean to make you embarrassed. Okay, calm down. If Fenir wouldn't say something like that without reason, I accidentally skipped. Let's hear him out at least. I spoke slowly, trying to choose my words with care. What makes you think I'm Fae? Or that these dreams are from the Great War? The words sounded even crazier coming from my own mouth. I tried to stifle my utter bewilderment. A while back, when I was looking into ways to help with your nightmares, I was trying to understand where they were coming from. From the way you described them, I considered the idea that the nightmares were memories, which could explain how vivid they feel. Back then, I figured they were just someone else's memories. Perhaps a fae, but that wouldn't explain why you were so emotionally connected to them. If they're your own memories, though, then it could mean I'm the fae? There was also that incident with the letter opener. While it wasn't an herb, your reaction to it was what I would have expected to the herbs we tested. Even you seem surprised at your own reaction. I just wondered if reading that book didn't curse you, if instead it helped you regain memories from when you were young. You do have surprisingly few memories of your childhood, considering how old you were when I found you. But still, for all of that to mean that I'm fae? I almost laughed out of sheer disbelief. If that dream was a memory, then who were all those people from my dream? And if I'm fae, and these nightmares are memories, does that mean all that chaos took place in the fae realm? Or was I always trapped in the human realm? Is that why Mom never found my biological parents? I didn't want to pursue that line of thought. All this time, I thought they abandoned me. But if that isn't the case, and my family was involved in the war, my face crumbled. Hot tears welled up behind my eyes as a swirling mix of emotions overtook me. Grief, shock, disbelief. Lily. Fenir rubbed my back, trying to reassure me.
I know it's a lot to take in.
You poor thing. All the exhaustion from the nightmares and now this. I turned to Fenir, seeking more of his solace, and collapsed into his arms. Do you think, if I'm fae, my parents? The question of what happened to them continued to haunt me. My voice was failing. I wasn't sure if I was ready to hear the answer.
I think there's a lot we need to digest if my theory is true. For now, let's take things one step at a time.
I nodded, nuzzling more of my face into his chest and closing my eyes. I'm so tired.
Then, let's get you to bed.
I like this. I like this a lot. I like this so much. Fenir shifted, wrapping his arms around me, one hooked underneath my knees and the other supporting my back. 2 Princess Carries in one stream. Fuck yeah. I leaned my head against his chest, savoring the safety of his presence. His arms feel comfortable. Another movement and I was enveloped in the plushness of my bed. I snuggled into the blankets. My earlier fears and concerns faded as sleep crept up on me. We're reaching. I reached across the soft sheets towards Fenir. That was all I had the energy to do. Sleep was quickly washing over me. My eyes fluttered shut. Aw, shit, should I have asked him? And Fenir took my hand in his. Never mind, we're all good, y'all. I savored the warmth of his touch as his thumb drew small circles across my knuckles.
Good night.
Night, Fenir. One last thought surfaced before I fell unconscious. I hope I don't have nightmares this time. Fuck, I thought it was gonna be a confession. And for the first time in a long time, I slept peacefully. Making his point of view again. Lily's already fallen asleep, so I should head out. Alright, Fenir. Sounds good. Thank you again for helping Lily. We don't talk about her parents much, so I'm sure it was difficult for her to consider that they might have been fae, let alone victims of the Great War. But to see Lily react that way after you patted their back... That dream was a memory. Then who are those people from my dream? I was at a loss when Lily's face fell. I was the one who had told her that she might be fae, I was responsible for making her feel this way. Oh no, honey, you don't beat yourself up. No, it's okay. Would it really be okay for me to turn around and comfort them? Fenir. Lily's mom called out to me in a hushed whisper. Mom for the win! When I looked at her, she gestured towards Lily. She mouthed something in reply. Comfort her? My brow crinkled, but she seemed determined. She gestured towards Lily more aggressively. Hesitantly, I inched towards her. Comfort her... how? She seemed to be lost in her thoughts. Unsure what to do, I reached out and patted her back when I could only hope was a reassuring manner. Their shoulders seemed to relax, and I inwardly breathed a sigh of relief. Before I could register anything else, she turned towards me and buried her face into my chest. My cheeks were hot. At the very least, they couldn't see my face from their position. She must find a lot of comfort in your presence. I could feel my face heating up again. I remained wordless, certain my voice would betray my emotions. Hopefully, they're going to get some rest again. I'm sure today's revelations will weigh on her for a while. I'll try and do some research of my own, see if there's anything else we can find. Lily's mom nodded and turned to leave. As I did, I had one last thought. I hope Lily doesn't have any nightmares this time. Oh, we're on the same wavelength. Look at us, Pookie! Chapter 5. Waning Gibbous. A couple of days passed before Fenir theorized that I was Fae. We'd run the idea by Kane, Druk, Etza, and Kimura, who all reacted with an understandable level of shock. Yeah, like, no kidding. Hey, this person who's been staying with you for a while now? Yeah, they might, be centuries old! That would be quite the revelation. I still struggled to believe it myself. For someone like me to be Fae? Or changeling, or half-Fae, or whatever Fae-adjacent alternative? Yeah, we all know what a changeling is. When I was younger, I'd always dreamed of living in faraway lands. But this went far beyond the comforts of my childhood imagination. While I calmed down enough to entertain those ideas, I wasn't close to believing them. At least my nightmares have stopped. It lined up perfectly with Fenir's theory. My memories were manifesting in my sleep, forcing me to remember my past. They no longer tormented me at night, as if they had served their purpose. Oh, sweet, we're finally sleeping again. And now that I'm getting some actual sleep, all I have to worry about is Kuna. I was still no closer to figuring out why he kept coming after me, so Fenir and I had resumed our research. Maybe Kuna and Issa know you're Fae, so they want to return you to the Fae realm. Issa's never really sought me out, though, so I don't think it's that. Maybe it's because you're Unseelie? We were thinking that Kuna might be Unseelie, so maybe you're their kin and not Issa's. I don't know. Kuna seemed pretty interested in my healing and vision. I'm pretty sure they both think I'm human. Fenir echoed my own frustration with a huff, tapping his pen repeatedly against his notepad. I forgot about that. So Kuna's looking for a healer. But why you? Do they not have any healers in their own realm? If only we could ask them, right? Wait! Summoning Issa again! Actually, Mom and I did summon Issa a while back.
No.
Just a quick no.
Absolutely not.
But Fenir... But... I'm going to pretend you were just joking just now, because how could you seriously entertain an idea like that? But maybe Issa can give us some
I
answers.
said no.
Damn. You're not even listening to me. Because it's out of the question. Technically, I don't need your permission. No, we'll be nice. Just hear me out at least. You could say no afterwards, but at least let me make a proper argument. Fenir stared at me. I stubbornly stared back. After some time, he yielded with a sigh. Fine, I'll hear you out. I'm still going to say no. It's clear that we've learned everything we can from the library. We've read every book and explored every theory. And that approach might have helped with learning about Fae, but we've made no progress when it comes to understanding Kuna. As much information as the library has, it can't help you figure out a living person. But if we could just talk to one of them, who knows? And I'd rather contact Issa than Kuna. We could just leave it alone. No, we can't, and you know it. When will Kuna strike next? How do we stop them? Him? We know so little, and that only works in his favor. You're the Hydra. You know information is power, so why? Because it's dangerous. You'll be putting yourself in harm's way, and you know it. What other choice do I have? I really want your help, Fenir. If we work together to prepare for the summoning ritual, we could at least minimize the risk. His jaw clenched and he closed his eyes. Maybe I was pushing him too far. But even if it was dangerous, even if it was impulsive, I'll talk to the others about it. Do not do anything alone. Promise me that. I promise! Issa's point of view? Oh, this is a new one. I reached towards the barriers until the familiar pressure of warped, dense magic enveloped my hand. Kuna, just what are you thinking? This obsession with Lily, and for what? Whatever their motivations, surely a different target would be more suitable than this creature so heavily guarded by their friends. Have they no consideration for the harm they may bring to their own court? What is he planning? Perhaps he wasn't planning anything. Perhaps this is simply how the new world operated. While they flourish, guided by mere whims, we alone fade away, cursed to sit idly and watch time pass us by. There it was again, the sting of an all-too-familiar storm of emotions. Grief, acceptance, hopelessness, frustration. So were they, like, sealed away from the irregular world? And the smallest longing to take action. How foolish. All these years and I've yet to learn my lesson. I tethered myself to grief once again, to the reminder of the consequences from the last time I... Oh. My skin tingled, and a familiar sensation tugged my body towards the human realm. Oh, it's working. The spell. Ugh. Not again! Ayo, they agreed. Okay, I actually need to use the bathroom real quick, so give me a second. Okay, we're all good. Golden mist filled the room. This time I would find the answers we needed. What the? It actually worked? Hi, Kane. Hi, Etza. Kane, Drook, Etza, and Fenir crowded together in my living room, watching the scene unfold with awe. Magic. Their reactions reminded me of how Mom and I felt last time. But have we actually managed to summon Issa? As if on cue, the outline of a hooded silhouette sharpened amid the mist. Hi, hon. It looks like them. Excitement and anxiety set my heart racing. Next was the hard part. Issa wasn't particularly cooperative last time. Kane and Drook shifted beside me, ready to intervene at a moment's notice. Issa's golden eyes sharpened through the haze, scrutinizing us as they gathered their bearings.
Am I some kind of display to be summoned at will?
For a captive audience? Maybe a little? No, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, they are not in a good mood. Let's make this quick. We wanted to ask you something. How is that any different from last time? Last time was an accident. Issa locked their gaze on me, their eyes narrowed with annoyance before softening to a guarded curiosity.
There's something new about you. A look in your eyes.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Shut up. A look in my eyes. Yes, I suppose discovering you may be hundreds of years old can have that effect. I did learn something recently. I wanted to talk to you about it. Sorry for the rough means. I ventured one step forward. Issa didn't move. That's a good sign. At least this time they didn't move straight to attacking us. Hey, Lily, what are you doing? Be careful. It's okay. I understood their apprehension, but I was certain there was something new about Issa as well. Curiosity. So, what is it? Issa's commanding tone didn't waver, but it had lost some of its edge. I found out I might be Fae recently. You're awfully quiet. Are we on a set right now? Is this Who's Your Daddy? I had my suspicions. What? What? Why are you so surprised? I thought you were acting like I was human, weren't you? You suspected I was Fae and you didn't tell me. In fairness, they don't know us. They owe us nothing. I was merely suspicious. Besides, why would I be inclined to tell you anything? I grumbled to myself over Issa's stinginess. Then again, I shouldn't have been surprised. Talking to them was like pulling teeth. Don't tell me you summoned here just to... that you summoned me here just to say that we're kin. No, we had a good reason. It's about Kuna. Do you know why they're so interested in me? At the corner of my eye, Fenir crossed his arms and shifted from one foot to the other. I'm unsure. Really? No secret suspicions you're hiding from me? Last time we saw each other, didn't you say you knew why? I said I may know. If you actually have Fae blood, that complicates matters. Then... is it impossible to find out what he wants? We have no choice but to wait for him to try and kidnap me over and over? He attacked us again recently. Oh. Kuna is terrifying. Took everything we had to fend him off. The way he fought Drook and Kane at once, and forced Fenir to lose control. How much longer will my friends be in danger because of me? I don't want that. Bravery. I want to be strong enough to protect them. Issa sighed. When I glanced up, they looked exasperated. That's not the reaction I expected. If you are truly Fae, I can teach you how to use our magic. Perhaps then you'll feel more at ease about the threat Kuna imposes. You would do that for me? You teach me? Only so you can protect yourself and others.
And so you can put a stop to this incessant summoning.
Sorry.
I'm not even sure how you've completed this ritual more than once. Ridiculous.
I'm sorry. Lily. Perhaps we should talk this over before rushing into a decision. But this was our first step forward when it came to Kuna. And Issa was being so cooperative, we couldn't risk losing that. No discussions in front of me. I have no desire to sit here and watch you squabble. Squabble? Should you want my assistance, find me at dawn in 1 week's time. I'll be in the forest where we first fought. This will be your only chance. If you don't show, I will assume you have changed your mind.
Do not summon me again.
Okay, I'm sorry, hun. Bye! Loves you! And with that, Issa disappeared, leaving behind a faint trace of gold and white light. Gamora! Lovely! How good to see you. You still don't have an aura, and I find that highly suspicious. Issa is willing to teach Fae magic to Lily? What would motivate them to do such a thing? That's what I'm saying. It's unclear. All that Issa's given us is a meeting time. It must be a trap. I said that too. Thanks, Drook, we get it. Issa's demeanor seemed to change after confirming Lily could be Fae. I think that might be their motivation. They're willing to teach Lily purely because of that? We're kinfolk now, so I guess. Also, I'm just gonna, keep the background music a little low because I don't know when their voices are gonna pop out, but some of them are just too quiet in some parts. Not too much, though. You should still be able to hear it. Well, Lily also made a noble argument about protecting us from Kuna. My cheeks burned slightly at Kane's words. Shut the fuck up, Kane, you little shit. I love you, but still. Kane. From what I remember, Lily hasn't felt any hostile intentions from Issa. If Issa suddenly became a threat, it would contradict what we know of them. It doesn't mean that threat doesn't exist, though. Lily, what do you think? It's like Etza said. I don't think Issa has any reason to suddenly change their stance. I want to go, but I understand everyone's concern. It's just, I don't want to be a burden anymore. That would never be the case, Lily. Agreed. It is within our duties to protect you. With that in mind, Issa's proposal seems an unnecessary risk. My stomach sank at Kimura's words. My window of opportunity was getting smaller. The chances of me training with Issa grew slimmer. Fenir nervously drummed his fingers against the side of his leg. I'd like to point out how little we know about Kuna. We've exhausted our resources at the library, even with the new text Lily could decipher. No matter what we do, Kuna and his motivations remain unclear, other than the fact that they've repeatedly resorted to violence. Without any knowledge, we leave ourselves at the mercy of Kuna's whims, which we're experiencing firsthand. It's been weeks since Kuna's attack, and all we can do is wait for the next time he will attack. This is a chance to learn more about Fae, and potentially Kuna, while also strengthening our defense through Lily. Valid points! Listen to my hubby! It's not without its risks, but there's compelling reason for Lily to train with Issa. My heart quickened from Fenir's support, and I shot him a grateful look. Aww. If Fenir has a point... Understood. If that's the case, I merely ask that we have our own set of protections in place. I'm sure that would put the rest of us at ease as well. Etza looked at Drook as they spoke. Drook continued to frown, but even he seemed less resistant now. Very well. You four will... All four of them?! Will accompany Lily when they meet with Issa. Oh my, all four of us? If I recall, 3 of you weren't enough to fend off Kuna's attack. Kuna, correct? No one outside this room is equipped to handle Fae. You four are best suited to handle the situation. Even Fenir? With his deadly smoke power? Fuck, you know it's serious. That is true. Then it's settled. In 1 week, Lily will meet with Issa to begin training. Fuck yeah. Training montage! Sweat dripped from my brow. My chest heaved from over- Oh, we're just skipping right to it. Fuck. My chest heaved from overexertion. Again. I don't think I can. My muscles ached and my legs trembled. Sheer will was the only thing keeping me upright. The central members stood at the outskirts of the field, watching with what I imagined was concern. It was my first practice with Issa, and we had been at it for hours. The start of my training mostly involved me clumsily grasping for Fey magic. It didn't manifest the same way as energy. And once I got in the hang of it, it was a rush! Oh, fuck yeah! God, if magic was real, I would abuse the shit out of it simply because I know it would be fucking incredible. Like, respectfully abused. Like, I would use it for just about anything, but... I don't know, whenever I, like, put my imagination in a magic-filled world, it's like... You know what, I'm gonna stop there. It's gonna sound way too corny if I keep going. Eyes wide with disbelief, Issa had me fire off spell after spell, an instruction I followed with perhaps too much gusto. When I finally caught my breath, it finally sank in. I could use Fey magic, and I was, somehow, undeniably Fey. He was a vampire. Unequivocally in love with him. Fenir's wild— I don't know, my mind went to fucking Twilight with that phrase. Fenir's wild theory turned out to be true. If that's the case, which other theories were true? Were my nightmares truly memories of the Great War? How old did that make me? How old did that make my parents? My parents. Were they still alive? In the Fey realm, perhaps? Would Issa know anything about them? I shook my head as if to clear these overwhelming thoughts from my mind. For now, let's take things one step at a time. It's just like Fenir said. One step at a time. Issa! Sorry, lost my own thoughts. You know, it happens sometimes. Or you can't blame me. You've been standing idly for a long time. This was meant to be practice, but perhaps it was too intense. Oh, no, I mean, I'm a little winded, but that's not it. Are they worried about me? That's surprising. I just had something on my mind. I see. Issa stared at me for a moment before turning away. If you have other concerns you must address, I do not plan to push you. You can stop here for today. Wait! Before I could stop myself, I reached out and took a hold of their wrist. Ooh, we're being awfully bold right now. What am I doing? I don't know anything about my parents. What could Issa possibly know about them? Even if Issa somehow did know them, was I ready to hear their answers? Maybe I wasn't ready. But would I ever be? I'm curious, what are my stats looking like? Fenir is kind of stagnant at 115. Charisma's still high. Our wisdom is damn near maxed out. Your wisdom knows no bounds. Trickery is unlikely to work on you. This is my last chance. My curiosity far outweighed my apprehension. I've been having these dreams. Nightmares, actually. I have no experience reading dreams. Whatever haunts you at night. Well, you see, that's the thing. If Fenir thinks my nightmares are memories I've forgotten from my life in the Fey realm. How long have you had these dreams? They're relatively recent. I started getting them after I read a book on Fey. I think it may have been from your realm. Only I could understand the language. No one else even recognized it. It's possible reading the book triggered your memories, and in turn, the ensuing nightmares. Most of them were chaotic and dark. I couldn't make sense of them. But in the last one, I was held by someone crying near a beautiful spring. I never felt so much grief and heartbreak. And at the end of the dream, there was a glowing tree. Apparently, that tree was where my adoptive mother first found me. Isa had grown silent, and at some point, my gaze had drifted to the ground. I've never dreamt of my birth parents. I don't know much about them. For a lot of my life, I didn't want to. I'm not sure where I'm going with this, just if there's anything you can tell me. When I looked up, oh, they look sad. When I finally look up, Issa's usually cold eyes met mine. In this moment, their eyes held a hint of sadness, empathy even.
If something that once caused you pain has since healed, are you sure you wish to reopen those wounds?
Fair point. Since I've had the nightmares, I haven't been able to stop wondering about them. And even if I don't feel the pain as intensely now, it doesn't mean I'm at peace with my relationship to them. I want to know. And even if I'm hurt, at least I'll finally resolve some of these feelings. Very well. While rare, it is possible for our people to permanently shift into new forms. As beings connected to nature, these forms reflect those same elements. Did our mom turn into the tree to protect us? Crescent's fucking lied to me. As beings connected to nature, these forms reflect those same elements. Trees, springs, flowers, earth. This change is always catalyzed by emotions. Feelings so strong they consume us. So visceral they alter our bodies. Emotions like heartbreak and grief. Fae do not love often. The fear of losing a loved one and living with that grief forever deters most from ever pursuing a relationship. Oh, this is some new info. Heartbreak and grief are very well emotions that could transform a Fae. Your nightmares are memories. It is possible you witnessed the fate your parents met. One parent a tree, the other a spring. So my parents aren't dead, but they're... On the one hand, they continue to live on, albeit in different forms. Crescents, you motherfucker. But I imagine it must be difficult to know how much they've changed. Hearing this filled me with an unexpected emotion. I felt... I feel heartbroken! I knew the answer wasn't likely to be a happy one. But it didn't change the pain of knowing I would never be able to talk to them, to learn more about them. Any memories I may have shared with them are now lost forever. Thank you, Isa, for letting me know. It's your right as a Fae to know your heritage. My heritage? We can end our practice here. We've covered much today. Good, my heart hurts! Make sure you receive adequate rest for tomorrow's practice. Okay, Isa, I will. They nodded and made as if to turn away, but instead observed me for a moment longer.
If it is any consolation, children rarely come to us. Fae are known to cherish our young ones.
Oh.
I'm sure your parents were no exception.
Then, excuse me. Fuck! Isa's words did make me feel lighter. So many questions had consumed and tormented me. Maybe now they could fade away at last. Bitch, I'm gonna cry! God damn this fucking game. Condensed light shot from my hand, colliding against Isa's shield before evaporating. Very good. Fae magic tingled against my skin, entirely different from the balanced familiarity of energy. Still, after a week of practice, I was slowly getting the hang of this. Nice, Lily. That one looked good. Droog cheered me on from the sidelines. Aw, fucking love Droog. Kane, Fenir, and Yetza were also close by, sporting varied looks of approval. He says that, but he was the one throwing the biggest fuss about this in the first place. It's true, he was our biggest non-supporter. When I look back towards Issa, ow, my finger. My fingy. That hurt. I scraped it against the rolly part of my sliding computer part thing holder. Yeah. When I look back towards Issa, they were standing right in front of me. Oh. Whoa, when did they get so close? Issa, honey, this isn't your route. Without a word, they tipped my chin towards them. Golden eyes searched mine. This is... awkward. Fenir, look away! Issa? Just as suddenly, they released me. You looked tired. Take a break. We will resume shortly. Honestly, I might have to do, Issa's route next. I was planning on doing Etsa's, but, like, Issa... I stared at their back, at a loss before turning to Central. Our masterful prodigy approaches. Well, masterful might be a bit of an exaggeration. By the way, thanks again for coming with me. I'm sure you all have better things to do. Nothing is more important than your safety, Lily. What was that about? What was that about with Issa? I'm still trying to figure that out myself. They mentioned me looking tired. Maybe that was their way of checking on me? Weird way to check on someone. Fenir, Pookie, I'm sorry. It happened so fast. Fenir's being awfully quiet. Quieter than usual, rather. Is he okay? He shifted uneasily as I approached him. Hey, Fenir. Hi. Are you alright? That's a no. I excused us from the group, taking Fenir's elbow and guiding us somewhere more private. What's up? It's nothing. I'm sure it's something. Even if it's small, you can talk to me. I'm here for you. Is it about what Issa did? I know it was sudden, but I really don't think it meant anything. No, it's not about that. Okay, Tsundere. I mean, I didn't really like that. It's nothing, I promise. Oh, wait, is he feeling insecure? Because he's still not able to control his own powers, and then having us over here controlling our own magic. There's just a lot on my mind right now. That's okay, I want to hear it. You've always been there for me. It's better to talk about these things, remember? Hearing his own words used against him, Fenir scowled and scratched the back of his neck.
Practice has just been hard to sit through.
I knew it. Oh. My heart sank a little. This training was only possible because of him, and now I was forcing him to sit through it. I know it's not as interesting as the library. No. I mean, I feel a little out of my element too, but... No, Lily, that's not it. It's hard to explain, but when I watch you practice, I start feeling antsy. Oh, or is he worried about us? I might be off the mark here. My chest feels tight, my legs get restless, and What? You what? I get these thoughts that are selfish and dumb. I wish more than anything I could make them disappear. What kind of thoughts? Oh, is anybody else's heart beating a little bit harder now, or...
Get mad at me.
Never! I won't, I promise. Hold his hand, damn it! I reached for his hand and held it in my own, hoping it would send the reassurance he needed. A light blush dusted his cheeks and he averted his eyes. I think to myself, why can't we just go back to the library? Does Lily have to train like this? What if I learned how to use my powers instead? Fenir? It makes no sense, I know. I don't understand it myself. He wants to be the one protecting me rather than the other way around. Oh. I'm the one who vouched for you to train with Issa, and I want you to train with them, really. You don't have to explain yourself, Fenir. It makes sense. It does? Charisma! You miss spending time together, right? And that's what this is all about? Maybe. But isn't that worse? Your safety is on the line, and I'm focusing on something so trivial. It's not. I miss you too. You do? Damn fucking right I do! Oh my god, you idiot! Of course! You think I spent all that time bothering you in the library because I didn't like you? You weren't bothering me. I know it's not the same as our hangouts at the library, but do you think you can endure these practices just a bit longer? I want you here. I care about you.
You care about me? You care about me?
Oh, the voice actor is getting fucking paid. Is he okay? No, and I'm not okay either.
There's something I want to tell you.
Break is over. Let's resume practice.
Issa, you fucking cockblocker! I swear to God! Oh, God damn it! You were so close to a confession! I'm gonna fucking go ham on your ass. I swear to God. Oi. Fucking headphones. Oh! When did Issa get here? I didn't hear them approaching at all. Hurry up! Their stern tone of voice made it clear they had no intention of repeating themselves. I turned back to Fenir apologetically. Was it okay to leave him right now? Fenir seemed conflicted, but he didn't say anything. And then, we can pick this up later, Fenir, if that's okay.
Wait.
Oh. Fenir grabbed my arm as I turned away.
Actually, I want to talk about it now. Please.
I nodded, turning back to face him. Oh, turn the volume up. There we go. It wasn't usually this assertive. It must have been important. Issa, we're gonna be just a bit longer. Is that okay? How much longer? Not that much. It won't take long. Issa nodded, and I waited for them to leave. Issa, honey, this is a private moment. Give us some space. But instead, they simply remained at their spot, watching us intently, because of course they fucking are. Are they really gonna stay there while we talk? Issa, you can go back to the training area. Lily and I will meet up with you once we're done. Issa stared, and for a moment I wondered if they were going to insist on listening to our conversation. Very well. Thank you! Now shoo! This is a rare moment and I want to cherish it. They finally left us alone and I refocused my attention on Fenir. What do you want to talk about?
Just now, you said you care about me.
Yeah? I do.
Well, I mean, I also,
He's so cute! His brow crinkled as he cleared his throat.
let me start over.
Oh no. His eyes shifted away from the ground to meet my eyes. I tried to hide my surprise at the sudden eye contact and the resolution that shone in his gaze. I'm not okay. Lily?
Before, when you asked me for help, when you looked at me like that, how could I say no? I could never say no to you.
You say you don't want to be a burden. I just wish you could see what you bring to people's lives. To my life. No one has all the answers, but somehow with you, everything just seems to make sense. Heat rose to my face. When Fenir said he wanted to tell me something important, this certainly wasn't what I expected.
What I'm trying to say is, I care about you too. No, that's not exactly right. It's more than that.
He's gonna say. A furious blush colored his cheeks, and Fenir finally averted his gaze.
I like you.
This is not good for my heart.
All my life, I've felt controlled by my power. Even when I'm not using it, it dictates how I live, what I do, how people see me. But with you, that feeling goes away, little by little. And I start to think, maybe there's more to me than this cursed energy. Maybe I'm not just a weapon. Maybe I'm not something to be afraid of.
And you would be right. You're something to be loved and adored and cherished forever.
Maybe I'm just Fenir. No, that sounded dumb. What does that even mean? I should have practiced this.
Oh, no, this is going perfect. You're doing great, sweetie. I smiled, almost relieved to see Fenir back to his mumbling self. The certainty in his voice earlier, the resolution in his eyes. I'd never seen him like that, and I could hardly calm my racing heart. I like you too! I like you too! The timer was so unnecessary like that. Like, what else was I gonna choose?
Really?
I reached for Fenir's hand, and he readily obliged. Once our hands intertwined, I gave his a light squeeze. You're surprised? A soft smile spread across his face. Genuine, warm, grateful.
I want to tell you more.
Oh, I don't know if I can take any more, if I'm being totally honest here. I'm kind of at my wit's end.
But I don't want to take time away from your training.
Can I kiss him? Like, please? If you don't want me to go, I won't. Just say the magic word. Is he actually thinking about it? I'm in a bit of a tizzy right now. Oh my. I wondered how far I could take the teasing. The idea of Fenir asking me to stay with him was too good to pass up.
No, you should go. I'll be okay now.
Oh, I won't! My fucking heart is about to disintegrate at my chest from how hard it's beating! Motherfucker. Crescents, you are now absolved of all crimes. I hereby forgive you. My heart skipped a beat at his soft smile, and I nodded. I'll get going then. We'll talk more soon. Okay. I'm dead. I'm so fucking dead. Oh my word. good. Everything's fine. Like, oh my god, no, no. Issa studied my face as I headed back, and I immediately felt self-conscious under their sharp gaze. Stop staring! That's poker face, Lily. You can do this. Why does your face look like that? Fuck. I forgot I don't have a poker face. Look like what? Never mind. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Everything's alright. Isn't it hot in here? It feels hot in here. I haven't even turned my AC on for this. What is this bullshit? I suppressed the urge to hide my face behind my hands, trying to play it cool instead. These are far enough from the other Central members. I don't know if I can handle their teasing right now. For real, Kane would be fucking ruthless. Bad moment to drink some water. A chorus of cheers erupted from Kane and Drook. Oh my god. When I turned to look, the two drinks were grinning and patting Fenir on the back of too. I fucking love this game so goddamn much. I could see Fenir's blush from here. Oh my god. Dealing with Kane and Droog later is gonna be such a pain. I jerked my attention back to Issa and hoped Droog and Kane wouldn't make the rest of practice too hard on Fenir. I can't even speak. Every so often, my mind would drift to Fenir's confession, and I couldn't hide the smile that would rise to my face. God, I'm never gonna be able to date a real person, am I? Motherfucker. And every time that happened, Issa snapped at me to pay attention, which would only garner more cheering from Kane and Droog. And that's how practice continued for the rest of the day. Between the rigor of practice and the excitement on the sidelines, exhaustion weighed on all of us. Issa themselves called off training tomorrow, saying it was clear we needed the rest. Well, they put it more harshly than that. Specifically, they said we'd be wasting their time if we weren't training at full capacity. But I like to believe that was Issa's way of caring for us. After spending a week together, I could tell they weren't intentionally mean. Their delivery was just cold. Reminds me of a certain someone. Who knew Lily was so exceptional? Your healing is a given, but soon you'll be the one protecting us. Thanks, Kane. Lily is smart. It shouldn't be a surprise that they pick things up easily. There wasn't even time to feel shy from Fenir's words. Droog and Kane were already taking cheers of their own, you fuckers. I thought they would leave that at the training ground. You two aren't bored of that yet? You would deny us of our fun, Fenir? Yes. Now, everyone. Oh. Droog slung his arm around Fenir's shoulders, as if he'd suddenly remembered something important. Fenir, come with me! Oh no, I do not approve of this. What? Fenir squirmed as Droog tried to drag him away from the group. Come with me. No, I don't want to. What? Why not? It'll be quick. I want to hang out with Lily. Oh. I'm dead, y'all. This is the end of stream. I can feel my life slipping away from me. I am no longer long for this mortal coil. I don't fucking know what I'm saying. All I know is I'm gonna fucking die. My eyes widened at Fenir's candor. Never openly said he wanted to do anything with me before. Even Droog froze momentarily before regaining his composure. You just hogged their time at practice. That wasn't enough. We said we were gonna talk more later. Later is now. My, our Fenir has grown so bold. I told you it'll be quick. It's important. Drake leaned over to whisper in Fenir's ear. They exchanged quiet words until eventually... Fine. Fenir stepped away. What the fuck are they talking about? I grabbed him without thinking. This is not okay.
I'll be back soon.
He gently pulled my hand away from his sleeve, giving it a quick squeeze. We're heading off with Drook to talk about who knows what. Oh, come now, Lily. I'll be back soon. No need to frown. Or it's that inadequate. What? Wasn't frowning? Shut up. Wasn't I? Oh, yay, we get to see it. My, our Fenir has grown so bold. I told you to be quick, it's important. It has to do with Lily. Why? You want to tease me one-on-one now? No, I'm trying to help you. Help me with what? You want to protect her, right? Drook was, of course, correct. I always forget he's just as observant as Kane. Actually, what's our left set at now? Yo. Part of me wonders if it can reach 200. Fine. Yeah, attaboy. We headed further away from the group. Oh, it was hard to fight my disappointment. Lily and I were finally gonna talk more. I can't find an opportunity to make this fucking blush toggle go away, because it's fucking this entire rest of the game. But Drook was right. This was important. Once we gained enough distance, he continued. You've been feeling pretty miserable at practice lately, huh? Don't make that face. You make it so obvious. There's no point in lying about it. Drook saw right through me. Yes, I'm assuming you can tell why. I talked it over with Lily. She said that she wants me around. That helped. Well, well. Good to see communication's already so strong between you lovers. She say that before or after you confessed your undying love for her? Drook chuckled and suppressed the overwhelming... He's not denying the love part! You said you weren't gonna tease me one-on-one. I had to sneak one in there at least. Anyway, I was thinking. Ever since the last attack with Kuna, I know Lily is training on their own, but you still want to be able to protect them, don't you? During our earlier conversation, she said my selfish questions stemmed from my desire to spend time with her. And they were right. After the reassurance, all of those questions that had plagued me disappeared, but that was only half of it. All but one, that is. Yes. And that means learning how to use your powers, not just suppress them. I grit my teeth, unhappy with the answer I was about to give. I know. I couldn't believe what I was implying. For me to be okay with using my powers. That level of destruction and violence. Who needed something like that? I'd hated my powers for as long as I could remember. For that to change. You've already thought about it? I also started considering it after the encounter with Kuna. That night, I've never felt so useless. There's nothing I could do for you or Lily. I wanted to protect her, to help you, but I couldn't do either. Then when I was forced to use my powers, I don't ever want to risk hurting Lily. I didn't know you were carrying all that, Fenir. I shrugged. How could he know? I'd done everything I could to hide it. Well, that makes things easier then. Why don't we practice at the same time as Lily? Maybe that'll give you something to do with all that lover's energy. I'll give him something else to do with that lover's energy. I mean, what? No! I stiffen at this suggestion. To wonder whether I should practice controlling my powers and to actually go for it were two very different things. Central forbade me from using my powers. I can talk to Kimura about it. If it's for training, I think I can get him on board. I know it's a lot, and you can say no. But if Kuna attacks again, having better control over your powers could help keep everyone as safe. Ken and I would still do most of the actual combat, but if you could support us with your poison... I don't think Kuna would be much of a threat at all. It was tempting. Acting that support didn't feel as intimidating as fully mastering my powers. I just had to learn how to use them enough to help. It seemed so simple. But memories from my childhood flashed through my mind. Screams, the loss of control, the look of horror on everyone's face. The feeling of being a monster. Again, you don't have to do this, Fenir. I didn't bring you over here to bully you into it. Druk swung his arm over me again and brought me closer. There are lots of ways to protect someone. You don't have to use your powers. But if you want to, I can help. I just want to make sure you have that choice. I see the way you look at her. And I don't want you to regret anything. Druk, it's sweet. I knew what he was referring to, just as I had my demons, he had his. Wait, shit, he's got trauma too? Fuck. Well, now I don't know whose route to do next. It's okay, I just... You know? He got like this every time he remembered that time. What? Well, paint me curious. I nodded before he lost himself in that memory. Yeah. Thanks, Druk. Is it really okay, though? To want this? Especially when my training just puts you all at risk? We can handle you. Besides, Etza and Lily would be there. If anything goes wrong, they can heal us right back up. I can take a little smoke, you know? A smile tugged at my lips. Let me think about it a little longer. I'll let you know. Sure thing. Take as long as you need, man. Druk turned us back towards the group. My heart beat faster as we walked closer to Lily. We're just coming back and I'm already getting excited. This is embarrassing. Like, I'm gonna help you. What are you talking about? Chapter 6!
You need to
Oh
focus.
my god, I hate to do this, but it seems like 2 chapters is a pretty good pacing here, which means that we can easily finish this next time. I so don't want to do this. I really don't want to do this. I want to keep going. I'm loving this. But no, I should stop. I'm gonna need a good dose of something happy on Thursday. Thursday's not gonna be the most fun day for me, so but I could just I mean, oh god, what do I do? Oh my god, what do I do? I don't know what to do. I want to keep going. But it's almost 9. I don't know what to do. Oh my god. God, I hate it. I hate it. No, I need to... Chat is dead, so I can't really ask any of you there. Fuck. What do I do? 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 I am legit having some serious inner turmoil right now. I don't... Is there anybody in Discord? Hold up. Cosmic's around. Wait. Hold up, y'all. I'll be right back. I've been told to keep going, so we're gonna keep going. You need to focus. I flinched as Issa snapped at me. Issa's actually been pretty patient when it comes to practice. The fact that they said something must mean I'm all over the place. But I couldn't help it. Fenir and Druk had started training together today. When Fenir first told me he was considering training his powers, I was stunned. After everything he'd been through, I never imagined he'd even attempt it. But after he explained how he could use them to protect us, it was hard to dampen his enthusiasm. He's always hated his powers so much. I want to be there for him when he faces this head on. I just hope he doesn't push himself too hard. I'm sorry! My lover's like right over there. I can't fucking help myself. Give me a break! Like my poor heart. Issa's sharp tone snapped me back to the moment. I mumbled an apology and focused on my own practice once again. His point of view again. Oh, Fenir, hey. Pay attention. Druk chastised me, and I reluctantly returned my gaze to him. Issa's yelling at her. Issa is yelling because Lily's also distracted, worrying about you. My brow twitched at Druk's... Chippy, chippy, choppa, choppa, ruby, ruby, rabba, rabba, machiko, be ruby, ruby, boom, 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 boom. Oh my god, thank you so much for the follow, Osmosis VT. VTube. Nice to see you. Welcome in. How are you doing? I hope you're doing great. I'm chaotic right now. My heart is a mess. Fair warning. I'm so sorry. This game has thrown me into such a fucking tizzy tonight. How are you? I hope you're doing well, taking care of yourself. Welcome in. Hi. My brow twitched at Druk's harsh words, true as they were. I'm here because YouTube recommended me one of your Let's Plays with one view. Ooh, which one? Which I am impressed if any of my one view Let's Plays made it through. Ah, but I'm curious. Hopefully it was a newer one. And not like an old, really, really bad one. You'll get to protect her by improving your powers. Which means you need to focus on practice, so they don't have to worry or be distracted by you. He's right. If I want to commit to this, I need to take it seriously. Oh, so... so yesterday's stream. Oh my god. Oh, nice. Now you can see what happens afterwards. Or rather, 2 hours afterwards. A lot's happened since that video. video. Let's start over. For now, just summon your energy. Controlling the amount you summon will be especially important for you. I nodded. Connecting to my own energy still felt foreign. Evidently, it was normal to at least sense your energy, even if you didn't know how to direct it. But because I'd spent so long suppressing my powers, all of it was new to me. I summoned my energy, or at least tried to. Nice. I can sense it. At least one of us can. My muscles stiffened now that I knew my energy was out there. Fear whispered to me from the back of my mind, but I tried to keep myself from dwelling on that. It wouldn't do me any good. Is that all you can do, or can you push it a bit? I hesitated. I could actually feel a sheen of sweat form on my forehead. Damn, I'm not even doing anything with my energy, and I'm already getting tired. I tried to summon more. My hand trembled. My chest felt tight. Don't push yourself, Fenir. It was just a question, not a command. I grit my teeth before reluctantly dispersing my energy. Is this really all I can do? I knew I was capable of more. I'd seen it, experienced it. And yet it seemed impossible. Every fiber of my being wanted to shut down even the slightest hint of energy. Yeah, well, that's trauma for you. You gotta get past that first. Take a breather, Fenir. I nodded and headed off to cool my head. I had to stay as focused as possible if I wanted to improve. Me trying to executively function? Mood. Sometimes being alive just is fucking hard work, man. What do you think, Getza? He is technically capable of more. But his energy flows strangely. It's erratic. Almost strangled. Yeah, his is a... Like, when we look at his aura, his is all over the place and just kind of like electric zigzags everywhere. But theirs are still like very contained to their body. Like, his is flaming a little bit, but you can still see how it stays contained to his form. Same with Etza's. It's cool little detailing. Practice and technique can solve part of it. But I suspect most of it won't be resolved until he clears his own mental hurdles. Yeah, I figured something like that was going on. Fenir is smart. I'm sure he's well aware of what's happening. Is he? Though, knowing what's happening isn't the same as knowing what to do about it. Maybe he just needs some time. There's no rush. It's already a big deal that he's practicing in the first place. I agree. Back to me. Looks like Fenir and Droop decided to take a break. Go on. Ah, fuck, I've been caught. We are due for a break anyway, and I realize why you have been distracted. I am not daft. Go and do what you must to clear your head. Thank you, Issa! I'm gonna go be with my lover now! Their only response is to turn away, leaving me to catch up with Fenir. Fenir! How's practice been going?
Okay, I guess.
Oh, he has so many more voiced lines now.
No one's gotten hurt yet, at least.
That's good. That's good, right? That's what you were scared of.
Yes, but now I have a different problem. My energy feels so...
What do you mean? The voices just kind of cut together.
weak. In a bad way. I know I can do more, but if I can't access it, how will I ever be strong enough to protect you?
Okay. No one picks this up right away. Drakes take years to learn how to wield their energy.
But I don't have years. I need to learn it now. If I don't...
Fenir, you're putting too much pressure on yourself. It's already huge that you're learning to use your powers. Rushing your progress will only make it harder.
It's not just that. I'm not making any progress.
You just started!
Druk and I have spent all day channeling energy, and I'm no better at it than yesterday. Every time I try increasing its strength, even by a little, it becomes hard to focus. My body gets stiff, it gets hard to breathe.
That sounds like PTSD, honestly.
What if this is all pointless?
My heart sank as I watched Fenir fall into defeated silence. Between his self-imposed pressure, his fear of his own powers, and his growing hopelessness, Fenir's mind was a mess. No wonder he can't focus on his training. Isn't there anything I could say to help? You've already come a long way, buddy. I know you're still struggling with your powers, but the fact that you even want to learn how to use them is huge. You're using these powers to protect. It's not the same as when you were young and scared. And if it ends the same anyway, then I'll help you out of whatever happens. Promise. I just wish you could see yourself how I see you. You put your minds to things, anything's possible. It's one of the things I love most about you. That's the L word! We just said the motherfucking L word. We just said the like word before. This is a completely different level. Excuse me? The love? So in your hands, I'm sure your powers can be used for good. Holy hell, that was a leap. I just hope no matter how these trainings go, you also... Wait, can you slow down? No, never. You love me? Nobody said such a thing. Listen, Fenir, you are great and amazing and fantastic and you're incredible. We're just not gonna acknowledge it at all. The lie. Did I say that's just what felt right in the moment? But now that Fenir had made me pause and reflect on what I just said. Fuck, do I fess up or are we a coward? No, what? No, we are strong. We will persevere. I said it and I goddamn fucking meant it. Even if we'd only confessed that we liked each other, I knew how I truly felt. Watch him just jump me on the spot like, whoa, okay, we're going too quickly here. That would be the normal person response, but this isn't a joke base, okay? No, am I even making any kind of sense right now? I cared about him. More deeply and more strongly than I experienced with anyone else. Wait, hold up, just to make sure. He's still head over heels. Does this mean anything? When I said I loved everything about him, I meant what I said. Sorry, I didn't mean to make things weird. I just got overwhelmed. You and me both. I'm just not going to say anything. You know what? We're gonna take the safe option. Motherfucker! Wait. Oh my god. Wait. No. Hold up. It might be safe scum time. You shouldn't wait, hold up. Here, we'll go on a little bit, and then if it keeps doing this shit... Anyway, you were saying... Oh, right, what I meant to say was that you've already come a long way. You shouldn't discount that. If he doesn't say I love you back, we're resetting. I was gonna let him just keep talking and admit it on his own. I didn't expect him to just move the fuck on. That's true. It's just especially hard to practice with Druk. I've heard him before. And I remember that it gets harder to maintain my control. I just fucked it all up, didn't I? Druk wouldn't have offered to help if he thought he couldn't handle it. I don't know about that. Well, do you think what do you think would help right now? Would it be easier to practice with Kane? No, I'd probably run up against the same mental block. What about Etza? Fenir tilted his head in thought. I could just guarantee no one could get hurt. Drook, honey, I'll be right back. We're gonna go back in time a little bit.
You need.
Okay. See, the skip button is really nice because it'll skip past everything that I've already seen. I said it and I meant it. How do you feel about me? Well, now it's your turn. Do you love me if I get my fucking heart broken here? So honestly, I came here no contest just on a whim, but I'm having fun regardless. I'm glad. I'm dying inside. After all, if we're already on the topic! I'm not sure. What do you mean you're not sure? What I feel for you is strong, and if I were to love anyone, it would be you. And I've never done any of this before. Love. The idea of it is new to me. Oh, okay, that's the problem. It's okay, buddy. We'll take it slow. It's fine. I understand. This is called communication, folks. All it takes is a measly reset in the universe. I want to be sure of it when I say it to you. That's what you deserve. And right now, it's not that I don't, it's that I don't know. I'm sorry. No, you don't have to apologize. This is healthy. Like, literally, this is good. This is fine. This is how you handle it. Hey, you decide to stream this. Believe me, I'm well aware of that fact. I didn't ask to pressure you. I smiled, hopeful I was making it clear that I meant it, and he reciprocated. Wow, I could have missed out on all of that dialogue, because now we're back where we started. Anyway, you were saying? You've already come a long way, you shouldn't discount that, that's true. Okay. We'll skip ahead to when Drook comes on in then. Fenir, you ready to get back to it? Drook interrupted our conversation, and I looked at Fenir, unsure. All the emotions. Dude, I've been dying so much this entire stream. I'm not okay.
It's okay. Don't worry about me too much.
Okay, Pookie. I'll work something out. God damn it, the fucking overlapped dialogue. I blinked in surprise. I had approached him to make sure he was okay. And now, somehow, he was the one reassuring me. I wonder if his aura will settle once he gains control. Suddenly, my mind was replaying all of our moments together, and the times I had witnessed his quiet determination, his steady resolve, and his reliable reason. He was right. Fenir wasn't the fragile librarian I was making him out to be. This was a man facing both his past and his present head-on. I am so proud of you. Yeah, you've got this.
What's with that all of a sudden?
I'm just being an encouraging partner. Don't die, I just met you. No promises. I die on a near daily basis. Although, then again, I keep coming back, so, like, I guess. Fenir ran off, overcome with embarrassment. I headed back to Issa, but out of the corner of my eye, I saw Drook clap Fenir on the back. We're good. Everything's fine. Everything's good. Well, I guess that's fine then. Yeah. Unfortunately, my dying attempts have been pretty unsuccessful up to this point. Well, it means I can keep entertaining you fine folks, so... Another day, another practice session. Light surged down my fingertips, darting out towards Issa. Issa's barrier was able to dispel the magic, but not without drawing a grunt of exertion from them. Nice work. You've improved greatly. Soon you won't require my help anymore. What if death if it's impermanent but a nap? I could do with a nap. A nap sounds really nice, actually. Ooh, I would love a nap. Soon you won't require my help anymore. Really? I don't feel like I can put up a fight against Kuna. The point is not to best them in combat. It is self-defense. This is true. Self-defense? What's the difference? Protection versus attack. Issa considered me for a moment. I glanced at Fenir and Droog before focusing back on me. The small one. He's receiving training, is he not? I love how she refers to him as the small one. Small? Are they talking about Fenir? Yes, Fenir recently decided to get training as well. But no one expected him to defeat Kuna in combat, correct? That's true. Fenir's mostly learning self-control, and to give support if necessary. Your role is similar. You already have others who will fight to protect you. You only need to learn not to be a hindrance. It is impossible for you to best Kuna in combat. Oh. Impossible? I knew Issa wasn't trying to be mean, but it was discouraging to be told so blatantly. Is it enough to simply not be a hindrance? Why not strive for more?
Sometimes hubris can be one's downfall.
This is also true. We can work on, like, attack later on, you know, if it becomes necessary. I heard humans used to say, shoot for the moon and you'll land among the stars. It would be impossible and reckless to even attempt such a jump. How utterly foolish. Well, it's a saying. It's not meant to be taken literally. It's just a figure of speech. I'm just trying to say, isn't it better to have ambitious goals, knowing you'll make progress, God, I can speak, regardless of whether you'll meet them? I believe it foolish to not know your limits, leaving you open to making mistakes you will live to regret. Oh? The way they're talking, it's like they're speaking from personal experience. Issa revealed so little about themselves. I couldn't help but be curious about them and their background. Say, Issa, why are you helping me? They were cold and harsh even after weeks of practice, yet they still helped me meticulously with my training. You are Fae. Is it really that simple? What about Kuna? Aren't they Fae as well? I do not agree with Kuna's actions, but I do not wish them harm. I hummed in both surprise and thought. I hadn't expected that response. All this time, I'd assumed they were enemies. We should resume practice. I'm surprised they haven't brought up the separation between, like, the light and dark Fae. Okay. Issa didn't miss my exasperated tone. You're so tired of training. Focus harder so we can be done more quickly. I groaned. Every time Issa seemed to be warming up, they hit me with another icy statement, just like that. You know so little about them. Sweat dripped down my brow. My breaths grew short as we neared the end of our training session. Thankfully, the chill of the evening air brought a refreshing breeze against my back. Iridescent flecks shimmered around us, but I had come to realize were mine and Issa's Fae magics. Golden for Issa, pearlescent for mine. Ooh, how pretty. At first, they'd been easy to miss, so subtle that they blended into the midday sunlight. But as I'd grown used to my Fae magic, it had become easier to recognize, like a faint but ever-present veil. It was jarring to see initially, mostly because it was a stark reminder of my heritage. But now I found a strange comfort in it, especially as it intertwined with the energy in the air, like a symbol of my biological and adoptive parents, equally large in my life. That's enough for today. You did well. Thanks, Issa. They merely grunted as they turned away. As usual, they left without so much as saying goodbye to any of us. At this point, I'd gotten used to it, but I had taken offense to their first few wordless exits. Maybe Fae mannerisms are different than ours. I glanced around the field, giving those flecks one last look before returning to the other central members. The shadows of the night began to encroach on us. A blue haze, unmistakably Fenir's, settled over Druk, whose green aura grew stronger as he shielded himself with his own power. The smoke was weak, barely visible over the intense emerald of Druk's energy. Is that it, Fenir? Or can you bring it up more? I probably could increase it. His words came out slowly, bogged down by reluctance. I'm fine. You don't have to hold back so much. I still can't even feel it. It's true, Fenir. Your energy is barely visible compared to Druk's. You can put a lot more into it, if you're comfortable. How do you... Oh, your vision? Uh-huh. Fenir fell into a thoughtful silence. Lily. I straightened up at his sudden call. I still found myself getting used to his more assertive moments. Yeah? Oh no, what's happening? He dispelled the haze around Druk and approached me instead. Druk watched on with a confused look on his face. Can you see this? Fenir held up his hand and a light blue smoke began to gather above his palms. I nodded, which seemed to excite Fenir for some reason. A look of realization dawned on Druk. Can he not see his own powers? That's it. What's it? Oh! I can help you with your training! Exactly. I can only tell when my power is working when it affects living creatures. But if you can see it, then you can practice using it without hurting anybody. Exactly. So his is just like literally invisible smoke? Like, we're the only ones who can actually see it? No wonder that's deadly. But you're already training with Issa. I don't want you to push yourself. I chewed on my lip and thought. It's true I can't train Fenir on top of my own training with Issa. But if I can help you, I don't want to just ignore that. Fenir, your main concern right now is your limit, correct? That's what's stopping you from increasing your output? Right. I'm scared I'll end up losing control. What if Lily helped with establishing that limit? Then your training with Druk can be focused on maintaining control at that level. That makes sense. So basically, I just need to tell Fenir when to stop. And then my actual training will be making sure I can keep my powers around that range. Exactly. That way, your mental barrier will be lessened. At least slightly. I'm okay with it. Me too. The next day, the other Central members and I met earlier than usual to try and establish Fenrir's comfort level. Early sunlight sparkled off morning dew as we made our way through the forest. Did you sleep well last night? Without realizing it, Fenrir and I had ended up walking closer together. He spoke quietly to me, careful not to disturb the relatively serene mood in the air. I did. The nightmares haven't really been bothering me anymore. I still get a little paranoid at night, but aside from that, things have been pretty quiet. And that makes sense, given all that's happened. Hopefully it fades sooner rather than later. I hummed in agreement. Wait a minute. I had the realization that I put my air conditioner on a timer, but it hadn't gone off yet. Which is weird. But, okay, that's turned off now. I'm trying to conserve, you know, my electric bill, but it's like, it was 97 today and it's gonna be the same tomorrow. So, preserve what I can. I'm glad you had a good rest last night, though. What about you? It was alright. I bet Fenir would have slept well if you're right next to him. I fucking agree, Droog. You know what? Hey, Fenir, you wanna, like, have a sleepover or something? Like, you know, do a little bit of cuddling or... Droog. Droog snickered, pleased with his interruption. Kane was barely holding back their own laughter. Fenir no longer wanted to continue our conversation when we arrived at the field. His mood was spoiled by Droog's joke. Hi, Moldark! Oh man, that didn't work. Hi, Moldark! How's he doing? Good morning. Ready to get started, Fenir? He nodded slowly. I wondered if there was a way to dispel his hesitation. I'm all about that physical contact, please. As everyone else put down their belongings and settled in, I turned to Fenir and took his hand. Remember, you can take it slow today. No need to push yourself or rush anything. He stared for a moment before smiling as he raised our clasped hands to his cheek. As if finding comfort in the contact, he pressed his face against the back of my hand. Thanks, Lily. But I'm okay with pushing myself a little, especially with you here. Be still, my beating heart. I want to. What, are we talking about your power still, or are we also talking about your feelings? Like, hello? I smiled at the brief moment of tenderness, of vulnerability. In a few short days, he'd changed so much. The reserved, hesitant librarian from before had become so confident and brave. I'm proud of you. The words slipped out before I could give them a second thought. Had a bit trouble sleeping last night, but I'm doing good. That's good, Moldark. The Fenir responded with a smile. He gently brought our hands down before leaning towards me. Huh? Oh, boy. I felt his touch, warm and soft as he kissed my forehead. And through it, I could sense his appreciation. Thank you, he murmured to me as he brought his nose close to mine, nuzzling it into me. Yep. Okay. Phew, I should have stopped while I was ahead.
I don't mean to interrupt.
No. Etza's clear-voiced and bashful face brought us back to the present. I don't want to come back to the present. Let me stay in my happy space. Droog and Kane said we should begin practice before Issa gets here. They didn't want to come over here and interrupt us themselves. I think this time around the moment felt a bit too intimate for them to heckle you both. So they sent you to do it instead. Etza only responded with a smile. At least they have some boundaries. It's fine, Etza. Let's get started then, Fenir. I would not be able to do anything after that. I'd be fucking broken. I'm fucking broken now. Fenir nodded and we stepped away from each other. Summon as much energy as you're comfortable with. We can increase the amount and mount slowly from there. Okay. He held his hands out, and the familiar smoke of his powers took form. You can still see it? Uh-huh. Everything looks fine so far. The haze grew more opaque, now at a similar level to yesterday's practice. This is about where I feel comfortable. I know it's not very strong. Yeah, it looks like like what you created yesterday. You want to try summoning more, right? I think so. Go for it. It's okay. I'll tell you the moment anything looks off. We're all here to help you, Fenir. Don't underestimate us. Lily has helped you recover from worse. Fenir nodded and pursed his lips. His brows crinkled with anxiety. Take as small of a step as you need. He didn't respond as the smoke started to change. Etza mentioned it to me, but his energy really does look kinda erratic. However, Fenrir himself appeared calm. No sign of overuse, like during that incident. You're doing great, Fenir. It's alright. Trust yourself. The smoke flickered. Fenir inhaled deeply before exhaling slowly. Oh god. Sure enough, the shape of the smoke began to stabilize, steadily growing stronger and more opaque. There you go. You got it. As his confidence grew, the haze became more concentrated. He paused again, giving me an uncertain glance. Everything still looks okay. Do you want to stop here? Yeah, I think this is enough for now. It's higher than where I thought my limit would be. Okay, let's call it here for now. I think it would be good timing. Seems Issa is here as well. Oh, shoot. Just as Etza said, Issa was observing us intently from across the field. I should have over. Fenir, you have a good idea of your limit for today? Yeah, go ahead. He set me off with a slight smile. I waved before jogging off to meet Issa. You all started to train the small one today? Is Fenir so small that Issa feels the need to call him that? How tall is Fenir? I need a height chart. You should know, Issa. He has a name.
Really? How would I know, considering you were never so courteous as to introduce yourselves?
About that. What? We didn't? Well, the small one is...
I am kidding.
I hope y'all have a good night. I'm gonna go find a cliff. Or a bridge. There's many bridges where I'm at. I think I'm gonna go find a really tall one, and, I'll see you never, okay? Okay. I've already learned your names. It was easy enough, given how often Drook yells them. Ah, so Issa calls Fenir small one because they want to. So Fenir does not have the skill to use energy in combat? Sort of. He grew up suppressing his powers, so he isn't used to using them like this. And now he wishes to hone those powers. What has changed? That would be me. Hi. He was feeling frustrated that he couldn't help when it came to Kuna. He thought learning how to use his powers could assist, even if it's just as a supportive role, or for self-defense. Issa hummed thoughtfully before returning their attention to me. Let us begin. Excellent. I'm out of water. You're a quick learner. I couldn't hide my smile at the validation. My glee was too great to conceal. We only need a couple more sessions to ensure you're confident in your current level. After that, you'll be proficient enough to train on your own. I almost cheered. I have one request. Huh? To say Issa's sudden request was surprising would be an understatement. They didn't seem like the type to ask for favors in general, much less from people they hadn't known for long. What is it? Should Kuna attack again, I request you do not kill them. Was that ever on our want list? I don't recall us ever saying we wanted to kill him, simply, you know. Maybe arrest. I thought you said I can't best him in combat. You cannot. But with the help of Druk, Kane, and now Fenir... Oh, I see. It was a request that echoed their earlier sentiment, that they wished no harm come to Kuna. None of us plan to kill Kuna if they attack again. I go so far as to say we don't want to harm them at all. We're usually only forced to out of sheer self-preservation. Is that so?
Humans are so different now.
Right! We're no longer as genocidal, are we? What was that? Nothing. If that's the case, that will be satisfactory. You have my thanks. Oh, sure thing. They're thanking me? This must be important to them. Thank you for helping with my training. I'm sure it takes a lot of time out of your day. It is no issue. The sun began to set behind the forest. The shadows of the trees reached towards us. I reflexively stepped towards Issa, off-put by the shadow's reach. Is something wrong? Huh? Oh! I leaned away, but only slightly as I caught myself seeking comfort from Issa's presence. Excuse me? Hello? Our fucking boyfriend is right there! No, I guess I've been on edge when night falls. The nightmares I told you about were pretty recent, and Kuna always targeted me from the shadows. I see. That seems a reasonable reaction. During moments of fear, the support of friends can prove to be a source of strength. Yeah, Fenir's helped a lot. Fey magic glimmered through the slowly encroaching darkness. Somehow they made the shadows seem even deeper. What had been a comforting presence now felt rather menacing. I will walk you to your friends. Issa guided me, albeit stiffly and reluctantly, to the rest of the group. Aw, you're so sweet. Fenir has improved. Is your presence this morning the reason? Part of it. I can see energy. We've realized I can help Fenir's training by observing his energy and helping him establish his limit. Before, he was worried about hurting people, but with me, he was able to practice without that concern. So now he can focus on actually controlling his powers, instead of whether he'll lose control or hurt someone. Issa seems to be rather interested in Fenir. Oh! You know, if you think Fenir's gotten better, I'm sure he'd appreciate the compliment. Issa's hard stare bored into me as I contemplated my words. So like, compliment a non-Fey. I'm not sure. You know, if you feel comfortable with it. Is that so? They moved towards Fenir without saying anything further. Hey, yo, are they actually gonna do it? Fenir turned at Issa's approach, a slight wariness in his eyes. Hey, yo. You. Fenir. Did Lily tell Issa my name? When did they mention me? What were they talking about? Oh, boy, buddy. Get a hold of yourself, Fenir. Wait, we've been with Issa for weeks, and none of us have introduced ourselves? No wonder they didn't talk to any of us. Do you need something from me, Issa? Druk and Kane tensed at Issa's sudden interest. Oh, boy. I tried to signal them that it was okay, but I wasn't sure how clear my silent message was. Issa has already helped us this much. It wouldn't make sense for them to suddenly have ill intentions. I'd like to speak with you privately. Oh boy. I'm gonna need some more water in the bathroom break for this. Hold up, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm all good. Out the corner of my eye, I noticed Lily's surprise. Alright, that's fine. Are we gonna have the talk? Because they did establish that Fae don't really fall in love. At least not easily. We headed away from the group in somewhat uncomfortable silence. Maybe I can use this chance to learn more about Fae. You have gotten better at utilizing your magic. Oh, yes, thank you. Oh, that was a quick talk. Issa's a little hard to talk to. And again, maybe I was the last person to say that about someone. Is that really all they wanted to tell me? Lily told me you've been attempting to control your powers as of late. Yes, that's right. Because you wish to help your friends? Well, yes, but also, I don't want to hurt my friends. If anything happened to them because of me, it'd be my worst nightmare come true. It's still a struggle. Oh god damn it, turn the fucking volume up, you stupid headphones. Most of the time I want to run away, but then the voices in my head, the ones that call me a monster, would win. And I think leaving my friend's side would hurt them more than anything else. I like to stay with them, and if it means trying harder to control my powers, then so be it.
I have things, people, that I want to protect.
He said the thing!
The fear that your actions could do more harm than good. No, it's nothing.
Okay, so Isa has trauma too. Oh, they're all so lovably traumatized. What about you? Me? you're helping Lily. What's your reason? I've told her already, but Lily is Fae. We go so far to help her just for that reason? What about Issa's own people? Those in their own court? I struggle to believe it. Surely Lily's needs didn't take precedence over the needs of the Fae in their homeland. Unless there's not that many left. Unless Lily is part of Issa's court? That could be enough of a connection for there to be motivation. Or perhaps it's because Kuna is after them. So then would you ever help Kuna? He's Fae as well, isn't he? Lily already asked me something similar. And what did you say? If you're asking about my loyalty, I would not help Kuna kidnap Lily. Why help Lily and not Kuna? Helping Lily gain control of their powers will not harm other Fae. Helping Kuna kidnap someone from the human realm, I'm not sure the same could be said for that. What does that mean? You ask many questions. I'm only curious, Issa probably doesn't know what a Hydra is. I specialize in knowledge in this realm. You could say it's in my nature? I see. And I believe I've said enough. I did not realize you were one to be careful of. Thank you for answering my questions. Excuse me. Okay, so they don't want this knowledge to be known. Oh, yeah. Issa headed off as soon as I responded, not even returning to Lily or the others to say goodbye. That was interesting. I wonder if they wanted to know the reason behind my training. My point of view! Fenir made his way back to us. It seemed Issa had left shortly after their conversation. Issa's returned our sweet Hydra. What did they want? I'm still not completely sure. They just said I improved and then asked why I decided to start training. That's it? Yeah, I was surprised too. You talked to them for a while. That was all you covered? Well, a good part of it was just us staring at each other. I asked why they were helping Lily. I was just trying to poke around for any information on Faye. They're a pretty closed book, but I don't think the conversation was all for naught. As expected of our talented Hydra. Oh, Kane. Did they ask you for any favors? No. Why? They asked you for something? Issa asked us not to kill Kuna. Uh-huh. Why would they want that? They said they don't agree with what Kuna is doing, but that doesn't mean they wish him harm. That's an awfully difficult request to accommodate. Killing Kuna may not be our intent, but given their skill, it's difficult to simply contain them. Yeah, whose side is Issa on? The side of Faye. They're kind of impartial. I don't think they're on Kuna's side, but they most likely don't want anything bad to happen to someone of the same kin. Perhaps Issa is kinder than they let on? Maybe. Either way, if it's possible to honor their requests, I'd like to, as thanks for all their help. I know it's put more of a burden on you all, but we can keep it in mind at least. Should we head back now? It's getting dark. Yeah, let's. We exited the clearing together. The shadows of the forest danced around us. I noticed myself feeling on edge again, and remembered Issa's words to me. During moments of fear, the support of friends can prove to be a source of strength. For the second time today, I found myself seeking comfort from someone else's presence, this time being Fenir's. Fenir observed me for a moment before smiling, and leaning in slightly. However, as his gaze lingered on me, his expression gave way to concern.
Still nervous about the dark?
A little. I winced hearing it said aloud. No matter how many times people assured me it was a normal response, I couldn't help but feel self-conscious.
I thought you said it was getting better. Did something happen?
Nothing in particular. I don't know. I guess I just can't shake it. Is something wrong with me?
What? No, you've been through a lot.
Oh. What if it never goes away? What if I feel this way forever?
It might take longer than you want, but it'll get better eventually. I promise.
I love hearing his voice so fucking much. What if it doesn't?
It will. Even if you don't believe me, it will. After that incident from my childhood, I thought it would haunt me forever. Honestly, it might have, if I hadn't met you. So, it'll get better. I'll do whatever it takes to make sure of it.
Even if it takes forever?
You can take as long as you need.
You just love him in general? Shut up, Moldark! You're not wrong. Yeah, I do. He reached for me, and the warmth of his hand surrounded mine as he laced our fingers together.
We can try and leave earlier from now on, if that'll help.
I'm okay for now. It's not like we're training until midnight. If it starts feeling like too much, I'll let you know.
Will you?
Yes, I promise. I raised my free hand, extending my pinky finger. Fenir stared at it for a moment before smiling. He brought his other hand to meet mine, and we hooked our pinkies together.
Then it's a promise. Don't forget.
The tension in my chest eased at his confidence. Somehow, his words had become my anchor. We continued walking together. The light conversations from the other Central members filled the air. And next to Fenir, I found that my fears did inevitably fade away. Oh, last training session. This will be the last of our training sessions. Really? Already? I informed you recently that we would be wrapping up soon, did I not? You did, but I feel like these last few weeks had flown by. Now that I think about it, we have made a lot of progress, though. Even Fenir's skills are shaping up. I glanced at the Fey magic sparkling in the air. The way Issa's and mine mixed together. It was quite pretty. Say, Issa, I have a question. What is it? Does every Fey have a different kind of magic? I wouldn't say that's accurate. Individual Fey may derive their magic from different aspects of nature, but the manifestations of that magic are mostly the same. Does that mean you and I are accessing different parts of nature then? Our magic looks different from each other's. What? Oh, so this is not a Fey thing. Got it. Their reaction was more astonished than I expected. What do you mean by that? How would you know what our magic looks like? How do I... Wait, don't tell me. Is it just like with energy? I thought you could see your magic too. Remember when we talked about it the first night I summoned you to my house? You asked about the residuals of Kuna's magic. Right, so you can see... I can sense our magic. That does not mean I can see it. You can truly see Fey magic, as well as energy? Okay, so there's something going on that requires our ability to see it. Yeah, is that not common? It is not. Could that be why? Explain the difference to me. Well, energy tends to manifest in bright, soft colors, and Fey magic, no. Tell me the difference between our magic. Yours and mine. Oh. I guess the difference between our magic is slight. I wouldn't have noticed it if we didn't train so much together. When we cast our magic, there's a bunch of bright, shimmery flecks. Flecks? It looks like glitter or starlight. I first saw them when Kuna started appearing in town. It was one of the first clues I had of your existence and that your magic wasn't energy. Anyway, those particles look different between us. Yours looks golden. Mine is more of a pale shimmer. White, maybe? I see. It's difficult to know whether these discrepancies are present between all Fae. I've never heard of someone documenting such a thing. When you studied Kuna's magic before, what color was it? When I compare it between my magic and Issa's, the color was more similar to mine, wasn't it? I'm not sure how I feel about that. You said the difference was slight? Oh, yeah. I only started noticing it recently. Especially since we started training harder and using more magic. I can see more of those flecks in the air now. I see. In any case, take pride in your progress. I'll be heading back early today. I apologize. No, it's okay, Issa. Feel free. I could probably keep training on my own or help Fenir out in that case. And then excuse me. Issa turned to leave, and I began my return to the rest of Central. Shit, we're gonna get kidnapped again, aren't we? Oh, we got Issa's point of view! My feet ached as I crossed the barrier into my realm. These journeys to the human realm were beginning to take their toll. But Lily mentioned near the end of our practice stuck with me. So not only is she a fae that Kuna is interested in, she also has the ability to see fae magic. Is that why Kuna is so fixated on her? Then again, it had been a while since their last abduction attempt. Perhaps they were no longer interested after all. No, it would be dangerous to think that way. It's too soon to assume he's given up. As I thought of Kuna, my steps drifted towards the barrier between our court and the Dusk Court. Looks the same as before. An unforgettable... That's not what I wanted. Log. An unsettling feeling in my gut nonetheless. Especially since we've been training harder and using more magic, I see those flecks in the air. My voice is starting to give. Lily has been seeing more of our magic recently. While it was true her spells had grown stronger, I guess I've been on edge when night falls. It's nothing. I'm overthinking matters. Yet again, the temptation to act whispered to me.
I can't.
Oh no. Memories of my conversation with Fenir surfaced in rebellion. I don't want to hurt my friends. If anything happened to them because of me, it'd be my worst nightmare come true. It's still a struggle. Most of the time I want to run away, when the voices in my head, the ones that call me a monster, would win. I think leaving my friend's side would hurt them more than anything else. I like to stay with them, even if it means trying harder to control my powers, then so be it. I have things, people, that I want to protect. People to protect. What about you? Me? You're helping Lily. What's your reason? I've told them already, but Lily is fae. You would go so far to help her just for that reason? Lily is fae. If she's in danger... I stepped towards the barriers to the human realm before hesitating. Is it okay for me to interfere? Even after everything? Oh, they're considering it now. The nightmares I told you about were pretty recent, and Kuna's always targeted me from the shadows. Oh, is Kuna actually involved? I can easily watch the fae magic dancing around us. With Isa's golden magic no longer here, my magic now looked colder somehow. I bet the difference is between the Dawn Court and the Dusk Court. So the Dawn Court is going to have that golden glow to it, and then the reason why ours look so closely to Kuna's is because we're from the Dusk Court. When you studied Kuna's magic before, what color was it? I inched closer to Fenir. I don't like the music, damn it! This scene, this feeling, it was just like...
Kane, watch out!
Oh shit! Kane ducked, dodging a dark spell by a breath. Kuna? Shit balls. Shadowy tendrils shot towards Kane and Druk as the Fae himself landed between the two. The two drakes evaded them and circled Kuna, keeping their distance from the sudden danger. A pit formed in my stomach as I watched the scene before me. The shadows around Kuna grew before lashing out in every direction. Past Kane and Druk and toward me, Fenir, and Etza.
Watch out!
Fenir tugged me toward him, and we clumsily fell to the ground, narrowly dodging the magic that crashed behind us. As the shadows disappeared, silver particles glimmered in the air before dispersing. I bet this is why he's attacking at night too. I'm willing to bet nighttime makes their spells more powerful. I watched the particles in horror as every small feeling of unease I'd had up to this point confirmed my suspicions. His magic looks just like mine. All those particles I've been noticing more of until now, were they actually his? Oh shit. Another crash jolted me back to the present. Kuna was wordlessly fending both Kane and Druk off. It was hard to follow their movements, but like before, Kuna seemed to be fighting with Kane and Druk with ease. No, that's not right. Kuna was winning. The Drakes had barely gotten a solid hit in so far, while Kuna had been landing blows almost effortlessly. Kuna sent another punch towards Kane, who dodged just in time.
Oops, miss me.
They had barely escaped the attack. In that moment, I was just grateful for Kane's voice, for pulling me out of my fear-stricken daze. Get magically wrecked, bitch! I aimed my newly honed powers at Kuna. This was it. This is what all my training had been for. Fame magic shot from my trembling hands. A sea of silver light rushed to Kuna. Surprise flickered across their face before they smoothly evaded my attack. Get riggedy wrecked! Of course, it wouldn't be that easy. If it was, we wouldn't struggle this much against him.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Another joins the fray.
I got you guys. You're getting your little attack now, aren't you, Kuna?
Scared speechless?
Kane and Druk's silence seemed to echo my unease. A chill crawled down my back. Somehow Kuna's silence was worse than any arrogant comeback. If he was desperate before, what did that mean for tonight? I shook my head. There's no use thinking that way. Regardless of Kuna's desperation, we only had one option. We had to fight. I glanced at Fenir, and the resolution in his eyes mirrored my own feelings. Fenir.
I know. Me too.
Our friendship is gonna kick your fucking ass! Are you gonna use your energy?
I'm going to try. I don't want our friends to get hurt anymore.
Fenir's aura grew brighter and stronger, more steadily than during the last incident with Kuna. He raised his hand, directing his magic towards Kuna. A light blue smoke emerged, and Kuna's coughs inevitably followed. The opportunity didn't go unnoticed by the Drakes. Kane and Druk closed in on Kuna. Issa didn't choose my side, did they? Oh no. There was a thud beside me and Fenir's smoke disappeared. Fenir, are you okay? Something yanked my side and the scene around me blurred. My thoughts dizzied as I rushed to process what just happened. One moment Fenir was next to me, the next I was hanging limply in someone's arms, my eyes fixed on the forest floor. Fenir! I turned to the sound of Etza's voice and saw Etza rush to Fenir's collapsed form. Fenir? So that's the one who gave Kuna a hard time. Who? This is one of the non-romanceable NPCs! Gressons, you dare to keep this fine specimen from us? I need to appreciate this for a second. I will be making fanfic, by the way. That is a goddamn certainty. I finally looked at my captor, a stranger dressed in clothing similar to Kuna's. Silver particles danced around them, and I realized with horror, Kuna wasn't alone. Humans have grown stronger, haven't they? Fear ran through me at their uneasy smile. Lily!
Kaloom. Go.
Kiloom? That's Kiloom? I watched helplessly as Kuna's new ally, this Kiloom, dragged me towards the shadows. Druk and Kane were doing everything to save me, but against Kuna, it was futile. Wait! I struggled, clawing at their arms, but they didn't budge an inch. Desperate and afraid, I called to Fenir, praying he would wake. It's brow knitted in concentration as they tried to heal him. Now, we won't hurt you. There's no need to be afraid. The guy does look pretty good. I'm gonna admit that. He's hot as fuck. Oh my god. Of course I should be afraid. Panic clouded my brain as the gap between myself and the rest of Central widened. Wait. That's right. I have fucking magic, bitch! How could I forget? I could fight. Before Keelam could react, I harnessed all the fade magic in my hands and threw it at them. I keep getting intelligence checks. Hold up. Like, I'm about to max out my wisdom. What? I hit the floor with a grunt before scrambling to my feet and sprinting towards Fenir and Etza. Fenir began to wake. My heart raced with hope. Is there a reason this couldn't be solved with just like a pretty simple conversation? If they need me for something, they could just fucking say so. I inched closer as I ran. I pulled more of my magic. Energy, fey magic, whatever would come. A forceful hand yanked me back. No! I cast my magic against the relentless fey once more. Without the element of surprise, they readily parried my attack. Fey magic? Don't tell me you have fey blood in you. That can't be. Whose court? Ah! Well, isn't this interesting? Some kind of halfling! Oh my god! We are half fey! Wait, then how did our father couldn't possibly be the spring then? If we're not full fey, one of them had to be human, which means that one of them is the tree and one of them isn't. No, where did you learn to use that? Don't tell me Issa. After all this time. Lily! Fenrir's hand stretched towards me. I reached for him. The distance cruelly widened as Keelam dragged me away. My back lay flat against their chest. I struggled in their arms again, but like before, they held fast. I threw another shot of magic at my assailant. Desperately. Again. And again. Keelam leapt into the branches above, dangling me further from Central's reach. I called to Fenir, but mere cries wouldn't reunite us. Another round of my new powers burst from my hands, but Keelam, oh god, brushed it off as if it were mere dust. Are you done yet? How many times will it take until you've exhausted yourself? I was already exhausted. I reached that point many spells ago. Practice with Issa couldn't compare to this. The disorientation of fear, the fatigue from panic. It's exactly as Issa had said. My level of magic could only act as support at best. Hope gave way to desperation. Tears blurred my vision as I continued to struggle helplessly in Keelam's arms. Fenrir repeated my name once more, before blue smoke settled around us. Keelam coughed before jumping to a nearby branch, evading Fenrir's attack. God damn it! I bit back a strangled yelp as I swung dangerously in Keelam's arms, high above the forest ground.
Fenir, take care. They're also there.
I know.
Another attack and another jump. My breath hitched. At this height, just how safe was I? Fenir?
I said I know! I won't let anything happen.
The light blue of Fenrir's energy grew brighter, stronger, more erratic. Oh no. He's gonna become an overtaken. It's no longer held the calm and steady form it once had. Now it glowed and flickered irregularly. And with it there was a quiet crackle that I knew to be a sign of the overtaken. Fenir, wait! Fenir hesitated. Conflict flashed through his eyes before his aura steadied once again. I bowed to him, now that his clarity had returned. Wait for my signal. His jaw grew taut, but he seemed to oblige. That increased our meter, too. 128. I finally breathed a sigh of relief before shifting my attention back to Keelam. How was I gonna get out of this? The blue one stopped. Seems his control is as bad as Kuna said. None of my attacks have made a difference, and Fenir's attacks are too dangerous. What else can I... How long is Kuna going to take? My focus broke from my would-be captor, who watched Kuna's battle with marked indifference. Oh, we can't attack this, Faye. What about... As discreetly as I could, I pointed Fenir's attention to Kuna. Fenir's gaze followed me, confused at first before realization clicked. His aura grew brighter once more, with renowned steadiness and control. Kuna's coughs filled the air again, and he pointed his gaze, steely and hard with anger, toward us in the trees. Keelam, what are you doing? I thought I told you to keep the poisonous one in check. I totally fudged the voices. So he focused back on Kuna instead of me. Keelam grabbed Fenir's attention with a whistle. Fenir kept his energy centered around Kuna, though the strength of the smoke lightened as Keelam split his attention. Hello, little blue one.
Are they talking to me?
He's awfully calm in this situation. Would you mind easing up on the poison? Keelam held me out, hands around my throat. Oh, I mean, like, kinky, but not in this scenario. And the net of branches that were once below me shifted out of view as I dangled over the distant forest floor. You know what? Just fucking drop me. I'm sure I'll be fine. Ease up or I drop your friend. Bro, you clearly need me for something. You clearly need me alive for something. Why the fuck would you do that? Fenir hesitated and the smoke around Kuna lightened even further. You wouldn't. Oh, you think I'm lying? You need her. Fenir's wavering voice betrayed the false confidence of his words. I don't think a drop from this height will kill her. That just also gives them an opportunity to grab me. Look, it's a win-win for everybody. Just fucking drop me. Though there might be some serious damage. Are you willing to take responsibility for... Keelam's words are... Keelam's words are cut off. Confused, I followed their gaze to see a familiar fae writing a spell of their own, pointed straight at Keelam. Issa? Seems my instincts were right after all. Issa peered at me, and I swore I saw something akin to relief cross their face. Issa, what an unexpected visit. Let Lily go. Under any other circumstance, you know I'd be happy to oblige. But unfortunately, Kuna's not in a good mood tonight. I don't think it'd look pretty for any of us if I got on his nerves. Keelam's hand tightened around me and I choked out a gasp. I kicked my feet uselessly in the empty air, grasping for any chance to loosen Keelam's hold. Oh, their index finger pressed against the crook between my jaw and neck, immobilizing me, and I reflexively coughed. If I could just get out of Keelam's grip! In the background, Issa and Keelam continued talking. Almost all of Keelam's attention had diverted to Issa. I glanced at Fenir and we made eye contact. His brow furrowed in concern as he tried to decipher what I was thinking. If Fenir attacked Keelam right now... But if I fall from this height... Worth it. I mean, I won't die! Keelam said so themselves! You just gotta take a little bit of a fall, it's fine. What's a broken arm or leg or something in the face of life or death? Definitely! I steeled myself and watched Fenir's expression shift from concern to confusion to disbelief. He shook his head, but it was now or never. Fenir, now! His body stiffened, and for a moment I feared we would miss our window of opportunity. but his aura glowed once again with the same turquoise hue of his smoke. The pressure of Keelam's grip disappeared, and for a moment it was as if I was hovering in the air. Then... Lily! I screamed as gravity took a hold of me. But before I could crash, Issa caught me in their arms so they leaped to safety on the forest floor. We approached Fenir and Etza, Issa's presence now shielding us from the threat of Keelam. In the distance, Kuna finally seemed to be at a disadvantage, thrown up by Keelam and Issa's interjections. Issa set me down near Fenir, who quickly brought me into his arms and murmured in my ear.
Are you okay?
Oh. Yeah, I'm okay. His arms trembled, tightening around me for a moment before releasing me.
Thank goodness.
Oh. Kuna. At Issa's voice, Kuna halted his battle with Kane and Drook. Both stepped back in hesitant confusion.
Can't you see I'm busy?
And your point? I'd like to speak with you. Not interested. It's important. Humans have a phrase, Issa. I've grown quite fond of it myself.
Talk is cheap.
What would it take for you to hear me out? I'd like the little kitten by your side. Why don't you fetch them for me? I can't do that. So you want me to simply bend to your will while you make no sacrifices of your own? Typical. Hear me out, and if you don't agree, I will convince Lily to come to your realm. What? You can't do that. You said you wouldn't. I said I wouldn't help Kuna kidnap Lily. So you're going back on your word over a technicality? A deep, rich chuckle filled the air. Amusement glinted in Kuna's eyes. Very well. How heartless would I be to refuse such a desperate plea? So, enlighten me. Why are you so fixated on Lily?
That's it. I'm disappointed.
Damn.
Try again. I won't give you another chance.
Your court. Are you suffering as well? The Dawn Court is surrounded by barriers. They arose after the Great War. Oh, so that's what this is about. We have been dying since. Yeah, they just want me to help take down the barriers. Cool, listen, we could have gotten this all taken care of in Act 1, okay? Like, I appreciate the story. I appreciate you giving me time to have my relationship and just develop that. You helped me meet the love of my life. Nothing I can do can repay that. But, had you just explained these circumstances earlier on, this solved in like just a matter of minutes. Y'all are a bunch of fucking idiots. I'm just saying. Anyways, ignoring the technicalities, we have been dying since. Issa's people are dying? Is it really wise for you to be discussing this amongst the humans? You've already entangled them in Fae matters enough. There's no point in hiding things now. So you want to join hands to use Lily together so they can heal both our courts? Sorry, Issa, but I have no intention of sharing. That's not it.
So what? You want us to lie down?
Is
and
Issa the
accept
last
our
one
fate,
left?
As you did.
My head dizzied from these revelations. Nothing in our research indicated the Fae were facing these struggles. Heal both courts? Accept their fate? Did that mean Kuna's people were dying as well? No. I now realize that isn't the correct course either.
Then what? Out with it. My patience runs thin.
All this time I thought the barriers were a punishment placed upon us for our actions during the Great War. But the barriers surrounded your court as well, then perhaps I've misunderstood their meaning. We also believe the barriers were unique to our court. We thought them to be an unfair punishment. If the Dawn Portal, so...
Did the barriers appear after the Great War?
I was startled to hear Fenir interject. Kuna and Issa turned their piercing gazes on him. Yes, shortly after the dragon's sacrifice. For humans, the end of the Great War, specifically the dragon's sacrifice, led to our ability to harness magic. Are we taking the magic away from the Fae? So we've always seen it as a positive event, something that would strengthen nature's power and brought balance back to the world. Yeah, they have different views. For the Fae, it would have been the end of their world. For us, it was the start of ours. How quaint. The humans responsible for everything lived happily ever after. Fae have been largely written out of our history. We only have a few stories and books. Most of them predate the Great War. And there's an entire species that we've been unaware of. One that was just as heavily affected by the war. Maybe our own understanding of the dragon's sacrifice in the war is misguided. Maybe the dragons didn't sacrifice themselves for humans' sake, but for Fae. Why? To punish us both while humans walk away better off?
To save you from us.
There we have it. And why would they do that, O Keeper of Knowledge? During our research, Lily translated a book detailing a Fae's first-hand account of the Great War. In it, the Fae didn't seem to want conflict between the courts. Instead, they blamed humans for the war. Because you were to blame. So if we were, why would dragons sacrifice themselves to benefit humans while punishing Fae? Maybe they just wanted to end the bloodshed, by any means necessary, even if that meant giving humans what they wanted and sealing the Fae away. His logic is sound. At the very least, his idea is more sensible than our theories of punishment.
Even if it is, what difference does it make to me?
God, his
The
voice.
truth will not save my people.
It may. If you don't know why your people are dying, kidnapping Lily may just be a temporary solution. Something that only delays the inevitable. And how long would it take to find these answers? We're meant to suffer while you humans continue to indulge in your happy ending. You could come join us. You're clearly able to cross the barrier. You'd be alright with that, Issa? I'm willing to aid the humans. For the sake of saving all Fae. Is collaboration so far beyond us? That doesn't answer my question. What of us in the meantime? I'll help you. Everyone turned to me, shocked at my sudden proposal. Yeah, see, you guys could have just asked this entire goddamn fucking time! I'm a nice person, damn it! Lily, there's nothing else he would be happy with. So that means he'll just abide by his whims? He's suffering. I believe in us and our ability to help them. I don't think he would hurt me. Helam just dangled you from a tree! He makes a fair point. I know, but, I mean... The fucking shock and awe at this current moment is unfathomable. The conversation just now, there's so many revelations, not just for us, but for Kuna too. That has to have changed things. You can't know that. That's too big of a risk. Maybe Issa can come with me. They're Fae, right? They can't go into the other court. Can they? Issa? I don't know. Do you have any better ideas? Even if I don't, that doesn't mean you should throw yourself recklessly into a dangerous situation. I'm not being reckless. How long will you two continue your lover's quarrel? If the kitten wants to help, who are you to deny them of their will, human? If Lily chooses to involve themselves, I will guarantee their protection. Exactly whose side are you on, Issa? I simply want what's best for Fae. Kuna's amethyst eyes glinted against the night sky as they thoughtfully studied Issa. So you want me to allow you, a Dawn Fae, into my court, just like that? Where the fuck is Keelam? Dude just disappeared. We must start somewhere.
I'm not your enemy, Kuna.
You're certainly not my ally.
Ooh. You are approaching another stalemate. They're so close to a compromise. They just need one more push. Kuna.
Yes. Kitten?
Please stop. Is that nickname really necessary? I mean, you're welcome to call me one of your own, Fenir. I'm certainly not gonna complain. You told me a while ago that you would do anything for your people. I would. Wouldn't that include cooperating with us? Even if it's not ideal, it's the best path moving forward. Otherwise, you're just prolonging your pain. Fine. Since the kittens asked for it. In 2 nights, everyone here will meet in the same field. We will discuss the conditions in more detail then.
Bring any more, and all deals are off.
Yes, sir.
Bring anyone less, and you will live to regret it.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Shadows surrounded him as he disappeared, signaling the end of our conversation. I glanced at where Keelam had been, and found that there was no trace of them either. They're both gone. A shaky breath left me as the suffocating tension of the night finally eased. My legs trembled with residual adrenaline. I turned towards Fenir, numb with disbelief. We did it! It's finally... Oh! His turquoise hair brushed against my cheek. The smell of dirt and moss surrounded me as Fenir clutched me to him.
You're shaking.
I'm pretty sure you are too. I wrapped my arms around him and his hold tightened. So are you. He didn't respond. I could only assume he was lost in his own thoughts. I know, Moldog, you're so sweet. Tonight was a close call. I myself wouldn't soon forget the feeling of helplessness as Keelam dragged me into the shadows, or the fear that froze me as I dangled above the forest underbrush. I nestled into Fenir, steadying myself in the safety of his embrace. Eventually, Fenir pulled away, though only slightly. Are you okay?
How can you ask me that?
What do you mean?
Earlier, I...
His expression collapsed to something that looked like fear or guilt. Horror. Fenir looked away, refusing to meet my gaze. I need my pillow back. Hold up, let me grab this shit. Got it.
I could have hurt you. You shouldn't be kind to someone like me. I put you at risk.
Hey, slow down. But you were doing what you could to save me. Why would I punish that?
I was training my powers to protect you, but as soon as Keelam took you, what kind of monster am I?
Oh, honey.
You were so high up, and Itza warned me, and I still...
Whoa, monster? Fenir, I could never see you that way. He fell silent, looking so fragile, I thought he might fall apart any second. I remembered all of our conversations about his haunted past. He's made so much progress since childhood, but... while the wounds were no longer fresh, the scars were still there. Fenir had always helped me through my fears. Now it was my turn. Fenir. I squeezed Fenir's hand with my own, and tentatively, Fenir met my eyes once again. If you hadn't done anything, Keelam might have stolen me away, and I wouldn't be standing here in front of you right now. You knew that. That's why you used your powers. It's not like the other incidents. You were in control tonight. Things were different.
They almost weren't.
My heart wrenched at the pain in his voice, the vulnerability of his fear, the way he held on to me.
I felt close tonight. Close to losing myself.
You didn't lose yourself, though. You brought yourself back. That was you.
There was a moment, actually. My memories are a bit fuzzy from when you were in the trees, but I do remember hearing you. I don't know how, but when I was feeling lost, overwhelmed, reckless, your voice cut through it all. You're the reason I came back.
I blinked back tears, rendered momentarily speechless at Fenir's words. I promised, remember? I'll always pull you back. Kiss his nose! I shifted, taking his chin in my hand and getting his face in front of mine. Fenrir stared at me curiously. Before he could react, I placed a singular peck on his nose.
What are you doing?
Kissing you? A kiss! Isn't this how our epic story is supposed to end?
No, that's not the point. It's embarrassing.
Oh, come on. You kissed me on the forehead earlier. You're embarrassed of me?
No. This is...
His eyes darted away before reconnecting with mine. Falling to my lips and then repeating the cycle over again. I should show him some mercy. Okay, I'm sorry if you didn't like it.
You don't have to apologize.
Are you saying you did like it? He didn't respond, opting instead to storm off instead, all while tugging me along by the hand. Sir! I couldn't help but laugh at his reaction. It had been a while since I saw a flustered Fenir. Perhaps if I didn't know him, I would think he was actually mad. But now after growing so familiar with his different sides, from the grumpy one currently sulking away to the gentle, vulnerable one he had shown me just seconds ago, all of them had become equally endearing to me.
Hello! We're here too!
Motherfucker, you cock-blocking piece of shit!
Aren't the two lovebirds going to join us?
Fenir jumped before settling his gaze on Kane, who was waiting for us next to Druk and Etza.
What?
What? Is that all you have to say after everything that's happened tonight?
What else am I supposed to say?
I saved your asses tonight. You're welcome.
Uh-huh.
Something like that.
Oh, this is true.
I'm not saying that.
Are you feeling alright at the very least? For a moment there, you seemed... Etza didn't finish their sentence, but it was clear what they were referring to. I'm better now. Sorry for worrying you, Etza. Fenrir's gaze dropped as he shifted his weight from one foot to the other. I know it must not have been easy watching me push myself like that, especially with your senses. You don't have to apologize. I understand. I'm simply glad Lily was here to bring you back. Yeah. It's okay, Fenir. It's not okay if I turned into an overtaken. But you didn't. You think any of us here are gonna yell at you for it? Think again. It's okay, man. Druk's right. You did your best. And your best saved all of us tonight. Plus, even if Lily's voice helped bring you back, you ultimately reined in your powers yourself. That is something to be proud of. I guess. His reluctant concession seemed satisfactory for everyone else, and they eased off Fenir to talk among themselves. By the way, Kane and Druk. Oh. As Etza turned their attention to the Drakes, Issa stepped towards us, making their presence known for the first time since everything had settled. God, how long is this chapter? Jesus. I've been going for an extra hour and a half. You know what? We're gonna save it here. I'm feeling satisfied, and I know we still have, like, one chapter left, I believe. Like, the conclusion of it all. So, you know what? Yeah. It's 10:30 anyways. I should be getting to bed, and the excitement has now worn off along with the story. Not that the story's worn off, just, like, it's calmed down now, and I'm like... peace. But anyways, yeah, so I suppose this does mean... Okay, see it there. That my next playthrough is going to be our final one. At least for, Fenir's chapter. I do still intend... You know what? I was not even on a CG yet from that chapter. What the fuck? I'm still missing two. I will be doing some of the other routes, just it'll be through a more extended period of time rather than running straight through, like I've been doing with Fenir's. And we'll have like a normal schedule. How is the voice? My voice is, I mean, you can probably tell, right? It's a little waning right now. I've been drinking plenty of water throughout, but my lips are so fucking dry. I've been like biting them off. Um, and my nose is so dry and congested right now. But it's fine. Who doesn't love a nice little gravelly voice every once in a while, you know? I hear it can be quite endearing. But yeah. So currently, schedule being, I will still, even if I do finish Fenir's route on Thursday, I will start up a new route on Friday just to go ahead and kick things off and keep the schedule I already posted. So regarding tomorrow, it's supposed to be Wuthering Waves. Now, here's the thing. We're in the middle of some really high heat right now. High of today and tomorrow is 99 degrees, which Moldark, if you guys are in Celsius, that's about 37 degrees Celsius. Now the issue with this is that tomorrow we are also set to have a potential thunderstorm starting around the time that I normally stream. So, depending on whether or not that storm rolls around is going to be the deciding factor of if I stream tomorrow. If we do get hit with a thunderstorm, I might just take that as an extra rest day, rest my voice, and we won't do anything so I don't make my computer explode. So yeah, and then Saturday I believe is God of War. Should be Actually, it should be like the end of Lover's Enigma as well. Let me double check my schedule here. Yeah, God of War and Lover's Enigma, and then I think I'm gonna try and throw an indie demo in there. No. Wait, no, yeah, Lover's Enigma. Wait, yes. Lover's Enigma, God of War, Alchemic Beasts. Yeah, I'll try and throw in Alchemic Beasts as well. It's a demo for an indie game currently live on Kickstarter. I'll explain more about it on the day of. Sunday, I have down Resident Evil 1, but I'm thinking we might also start our next playthrough, a Silent Hill F, now that those cosmetics are out, so we might as well get that started in there because that's what I want to do anyways. And so what better time? But yeah. Also a warning, I might be a little off on Thursday depending on how some circumstances go. Things have been a little bit rocky at work. So there's like some stuff going on, not things that you guys need to know about. But it might have an impact on my mental health, so we shall see. But anyways, I'm starting to taste iron. I have definitely been talking for a little bit too long, so we're gonna go ahead and call it here. So, of course, I would like to go ahead and thank you all so very much for joining me. I do love and appreciate you guys. I hope you all have a you know what? Let me try that again. Thank you everybody so much for joining me. I do love and appreciate you all so very much. I hope you all have a wonderfully demonic rest of your days and or nights, and I